Wait for some people to come in. Could have the blinds open, but it's blaringly sunny at the front of the house. Even though it's quite light in here now, but I won't be able to see, so I had to shut the blinds a bit. Come up here because, as I say, at this time of the evening, the sun comes around the front of the house and it's just beautiful. All my freckles are starting to come out again because of the sun, because I am quite freckly. People don't know I am quite freckly, really freckly. I'm not a redhead, but I'm freckly. So, yeah, they come out all over my face and everywhere. So I've had to shut the blinds so I can see everybody, lovely people. I've missed chatting to everybody. Yakata fam, so I'll just wait for the Yakata fam to come in and we'll see what I'm going to talk about. I am going to do some little cards as well while I'm waiting in a minute. I'm going to put my Himalayan salt candle on, not candle, lamp, just because. Not that you can see it, but I can. Ooh, and I'll sit you back a bit. Come join me. We shall see who comes in. I'm in one of their moods today. Energy's gone whoop up. Because my energy was bonkers this morning, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. It's a bit like, oh my god, this is doing my head in, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. Hi Indigo, we've got Robert and Indigo. I think it was a few minutes early anyway. Don't know what's going on with my hair today, but I've started neatening a bit of it up. I'm going to have to do a dread trout. And I've not coloured this other picture in yet, you know, my little doodles that I do on the daily sometimes. But I haven't coloured it in, but that was at Can't Stop a Girl from Growing. You know, we're all growing in the realms of consciousness. So, yeah, I haven't done any. Oh no, I was just scribbling this one down. So I'll have to colour that in at some point. Yeah, so I'm just waiting. We've got 8 in, but no one else is saying anything, so I'll just wait for a few more comments before I start going. Warm up. I'll warm up with some cards, actually. And what a beautiful mad day today. That's another thing I want to talk about. The weather. And the energy of the weather and everybody else in that. Hi, CJ. How are you? I'm going to do it at the beginning. Let's find out what energy we're all in. Hi, my turn. We've got Earth Magic. I've just pulled these out. This is what resonated. Chakra, because people really need to align their energies right now. Crazy times. And the Sacred Self-Care. So let's do Earth Magic first while we're waiting for people to come in. We've got 11 in. See what we get. Yeah, good, thanks. So, yeah, I am. I'm well. I'll tell you some bits and bobs in a minute. I'll get going, you know, a bit of a mixed chat, but Soul Speaks as well, because I haven't used that yet. Have I said Soul Speaks in the background of Bully Daydream? Soul Speaks is me when I'm speaking from soul. Yeah, it has been snowing off and all day, and I'll put my spin on that as well. Ooh, I've seen a lot of this going about. Cards are never wrong when I'm tuning in. Right, hang on a minute. Hi, Top Cat. Well, this is hilarious, isn't it? We've got 3 cards that have come out. The first one that's come out is Volcano. A lot of people are erupting at the minute all over the world, aren't they, in certain energies. Volatility, can never say it, you know what I mean. People are erupting. Lots of energies going bonkers. I can see that. I can see that all over. Depends what you're looking at. Depends what you're focusing on. And then you've got the wolf. You've got a lot of instincts. Well, I got told, I remember when I went to my Reiki healing, is that, you know, you've got like a white wolf protection guide with you. And I thought, yeah, instincts telling me. There's a lot of people who are in this, blowing the tops at the minute, because they're not doing this. Reflection. Winter solstice. There's a lot of reflection going on, but it's how, I've said this before, reflection is one of the biggest things you should be doing right now, and reflecting on your energy and who you are. And I'll repeat this and keep repeating it, on what you say, what you do, and your and what you think. Your thoughts, your words and your actions to situations and stuff like that, how you're doing that every day, you should be reflecting on. Because if you're not bringing it in and sort of reflecting on it and wondering why, this is making you feel like this or whatever it is, you're going to end up like that. And I see a lot of energy of that going around about now. And that's going to be going around a lot anyway because of what's coming out and people getting mixed up in certain energies and certain thoughts that aren't even their own half the time. So a lot of evil energy going on, if you want to put it like that. And it's not good. It's not good for some people, but back home and able to watch you live. Oh, hi, Bo, But if you know that, you're going to do a bit more reflecting than jumping into something that looks like something bad in a sense. But I'm going to sort of go into that in a minute. I'm just moving this out of the way. So that was that energy of those cards, because that is what's going on at the minute. As I'm always saying, you've got to focus on yourself and what you're doing and what you're saying and how you're reacting and what words you're putting out, what thoughts you're putting out on a daily. Volcanic action, not just metaphorically. Earth changes. Yeah, exactly, both. This is a lot to do with changes, and a lot of people who don't want to move. Hi, Dank. A lot of people who don't want to move from, let's say, the old Earth, which is the old energy, moving into the new energy. Hi, Rainbow. That's what we're doing. So there's a lot of people that are not moving from that it's like they're staying in the old energy. They're all acting like that, literally. That's what I can see. That's because it's all coming out this week, right up to the 12th. Yeah, there's lots coming out. There's stuff going on. There's bits going on in the news. I'm not talking about that tonight. There's loads. Hi, Sean. So there's lots of stuff coming out, and everyone's like, "Ugh." I'm like, it's beautiful. It is beautiful, and I'll tell you why I think it's beautiful. We're just going to do the chakra cards because we should be aligning our energy system centers. There's a lot of people again not. And they're all in lower vibrating energies, which is not good because we're trying to lift our energies. And, if you're doing that yourself, that's brilliant. But there's a lot who are not. But that's not unusual, for what's going on. It's that's what would be going on anyway. Oh, I like this card that's just come out. I'm asking like what energies are about. Interesting. Yeah, I think with this whole energy, what I see going on a lot of is this. You've got, if you can recover yourself, you've got a spirit blowing in a key there, key to yourself, key to your inner self, key to that door that you want to walk through. You can choose at any time because you have choice. Thank you, to walk through another door that's more positive instead of being in rejection and complacency. Complacency. Sorry. To me, she doesn't look happy. She's thinking about past and different things. Red, lower. It's not really good. People feeling rejected for certain things going on, rejection of people or whatever. It's like we're not bothered about all that. The one person that has got to, who's not going to reject you, is you. Recover thyself. Oh, thank you, Bo Hayes. Get a chai. Is it a chai? Get a chai on me, sweet sister. Oh, thank you, Bo Hayes. Thank you. You've got to recover yourself. The key to the universe is you. You choose what door you want to go through. You choose. You don't have to be feeling rejected from this, that, and the other. Don't reject yourself. If you're not in compassion for yourself and having love for thyself and putting boundaries up and doing all that stuff that I'm constantly going on about, banging on about, repeating it all the time for people to hear again and new people coming across, you're rejecting yourself. If you're not connecting to higher states, God, universe, whatever you want to say, you're rejecting yourself. You're rejecting that golden key. You're rejecting that key to open new doors, portals, whatever you want to call it. Don't really care. whatever, new ventures for yourself to go on, you're shutting it off. You hold the key. Nobody else holds that key for you. You do. When you raise your vibrations and you stop listening to others or whatever it is, whatever's going on out there in someone else's reality, and you unlock the door to yourself, which is your heart. Which is your heart. Because, you know, most of us know the heart spells earth. Earth, we're earth beings, even if we came from anywhere else, doesn't really matter, we're on earth, so we're earth beings for now. And we're sharing the love, and with love you evolve. So if you're evolving, this is all just coming out now, if you're evolving, you will be moving from different states of consciousness, because we do, as we move through anger, all sorts of different things, and we'll come into love. So with love, we share our love, we share our compassions, our creativity, our passions, whatever it is, our starlight, our light, whatever you want to call it, to others, to inspire and help them move forward, or guide, or lift them up in a frequency that just helps them maybe see things in a different light, or just makes them feel happy at the time, because there's lots of stuff going on at the minute if people are too deep into other things. So when you're around people that are more happier, a more positive way of thinking, like I keep repeating, it doesn't mean shit doesn't happen in life. It does. It's your mindset of how you deal with it. And when you're around, we all know, when you're around more people who are in a higher frequency, you're in more of a higher frequency. If you're going to sit next to someone and hang around with people that are doom and gloom, all they want to talk about is negativity, moaning all the time, you know, that sort of energy, you've surely been around it, or whatever it is, watching films like that, whatever, does it do you any good? No. Exactly, stop being scared, come out of fear. So it doesn't do you any good. So, you know, you hold the key to your ecstasy, you could say, as in that sense of your joy, your destiny, the key to your destiny. You hold it, nobody else does. When you unlock this and you start reflecting on stuff on a daily basis, and on a daily basis you're every day, like I said before, the sun rises every day, therefore it's not the end of the world. The sun rises every day, that's a resurrection for you every day. Hi Rita, that and Dobsy and everyone who's coming. That's a resurrection for you every day, to get back on it and say, right, today's a new day. I choose to be in a high frequency. I choose to see miracles every day, whatever it is, and you put that out, and you work towards one day at a time in the now, of in that now moment of being positive thoughts, positive words, positive action every day. Just keep working on that till it becomes a thing that just comes in, and it's not hard to do it, because once you're used to something and you've got in a new routine and a new habit, it becomes easy, and it's just like having a walk in the park, and that's what we're trying to do. It's one of the main things we're all trying to do. So I'll get back to that in a minute, because that just came out. So this weekend, it was Easter weekend. What was I doing at Easter weekend? I put a few posts up, I think you all saw. You know, we made a little tent for Finn in the house. We were camping in the house. Yeah, peace and love, everyone. And then hiking. And then, yeah, I think we were painting a little bit. We were painting some, and I was drawing my doodles. And then went to see my mum on Saturday. So we went to Wales. No border police or anything on doing anything. Went to see her, was a bit more calmer with her because she's had the jibby jabby. And she was going on about having the second one, but I was calm. And we had a good day there. I went with my sister and her daughter and our two boys. And then having conversations there about different things. That was nice, because it was reminding me, we went for a walk on the beach. So that was nice, because it reminded me of like when I was younger, when my nana was in Wales, and we used to go in the 6 weeks holidays of school to Wales for 6 weeks, and we used to hang around on the beach with the beach patrol boys, because that's what we used to call them, the beach patrol boys, you know, the guys on the beach that used to watch out for anyone drowning and all. We used to hang around with them, and because we went every year for 6 weeks, we got friendly with them, and we used to hang out with them a lot. So it was sort of reminiscing about, my sister said, oh, do you remember we used to walk up and down the beach all the time? She used to walk up and down, you know, catching a tan while we were doing it. But yeah, and it was good. So it was sort of reminiscing about that, because my nan used to live across the road from me when she moved to Wales. But before that, when my mum wasn't in Wales, my nana was there with my granddad, and we used to go there, and they used to have a Doberman. And yeah, we used to spend a lot of time just on the beach or walking up and down the seafront all the time. It was great. That sea air make you tired. And then when we got back, we were tired because we've been breathing in a lot of that fresh sea air, which is good for you anyway. So we were, and had a really deep and lovely sleep. So it was good. I once lived outside Welsh Pool Town. Oh, so good to hear you had a good time. Yeah, it was good. Hi, Claudia. Hi, Claudia. Hope you're enjoying your oil. I've been having some deep sleeps. I've been using this, and then I had a lot of fresh air, sea fresh air, salty sea fresh air. Yeah, I've noticed that. I don't know if anyone's noticed a change, but I've noticed a change in sleep. I've been getting to sleep at better times. Hi, Carla. Yakata, I'm in the house. Getting to sleep at better times, going to bed earlier than I normally do, and just having a deeper sleeps where a while back it just took me ages to get to sleep. So I'm loving that, because that's like, to me, that's rejuvenating your body when you're sleeping and you're getting to bed at decent times and stuff like that. So that's been really nice. I've noticed a change in that. Yeah, lovely memories. For me, myself, I don't know about anybody else. Been dreaming lots recently. Yeah. And what else? Yeah, we're noticing the food change we were talking about the other day with the toilet thing. People know that I mentioned the other day. I was like, I know where that is. And then, was there anything else? Yeah, me and my sister were just having really good conversations with just about stuff going on in the world and energies and stuff like that. That was good. And then I keep forgetting what day it is because it was a bank holiday weekend. It was the Easter weekend. And then a fella came around and we just had a chilled day. And that was yesterday. We had I had to do sort of an Easter dinner on Monday instead of Sunday because that just changed a little bit. So basically, I had a lovely weekend. That's what I'm trying to say. I had a nice weekend with family, with Finn and that, and my mum. We went to see my mum, not seen my mum since Christmas, so that was nice to see. And she was a bit more chilled than usual. She brought me this. I'll go and show you what she brought me because some of you will like it. She got me some plant pots because it was my birthday in February. So because I haven't seen her since February, she still had my birthday present. But she brought me plant pots. They were like these big grey plant pots for my garden. So I thought brilliant because I needed some because I want to plant some lovely flowers. And then she brought me this. I'll go and show you what she got me because it was really nice. And the fact that she said, "Oh, you'll like this because it's a," and I'll show you. She got me a candle, but she got me this. It's not pot, but she was like, "Oh, and I just got you this thing." But it is nice. She got me this because she knows I like Buddhas anyway. But she got me this. She went, "It's like a goddess." So I said, she went, "And you're like a goddess." So I went, "Oh yes, very nice." She went, "And I got you a candle to put on top because it's a candle holder thing." So my mum got me that. So I managed to pick it up when we went because, like I said, what we're in now, April. My birthday was in February, so I've had to wait to go and pick my birthday present up. And then she'd got Finn. We picked up a Scale Electrics. They don't last long, do they? Because and that was from his birthday, but it was at my mum's, so he hasn't had that, so we picked that up. But I didn't know they would them things, them cars. So yeah, so that was quite nice. Oh, the elephant painting. Oh yeah, and talk about the elephant painting. Dream journaling. Oh yeah, I should always dream journal. I do that. Yeah, it's quite nice. Quite nice that she got that. And then today I had a right nightmare this morning. I'll tell you about this morning. So basically, yeah, I've had a lovely weekend. Spent time making little Easter nests and that with Finn and doing all that sort of stuff. And did we watch a film? Can't remember. Oh yeah, we watched King Kong versus. I said, didn't I? King Kong versus Godzilla and the AI Godzilla, and saw all that in that film. That was hilarious. The new one. Yeah, and we just spent time with each other, so that was good. Saw my mum, that was good. So spent time with family, and then this morning, the big elephant picture. This was my nightmare this morning. I was like, oh my god, it's that big. I've never sent anything off that big before of my work, so I wrapped it up. I wrapped it up, and it took me ages to wrap up, and then I had to carry it to the post office. And the weather was bonkers because 1 minute it was sunny, then it was snowing, then it was windy, then it was sunny, then it was snowing. So me and Finn just got out to the post office, not far away, walked there with this massive painting. You seen how big it is? Yeah, the elephant is on her way home to you. And I got it down there. Then we had to stand in the queue in the cold. And then, because only 2 at a time at the post office. And then I didn't know if they were going to weigh it or not because it was massive, but the woman had to take it inside, weigh it and all that, so we did it. And I was saying to my fella, I went, oh God, I don't think I could ever do a painting that big again, because I do like this size painting because these are easy to send off. And I've just realised I've not actually finished this off because I had a bit of detailing to do on this one, but this is a lot to do with us still, or the one that's like 2 of these, like 2 together size. I quite like them sizes. It's funny because I like working on smaller sizes. And that was, the elephant was the first one I've done that big. No, it's not, it's a lie. I've got the big face with the blue hair that I'm still working on. That's downstairs. But I haven't done much on yet. You know, the one where I did the face and everything. Because that just happens when it happens. As artists know out there, sometimes you leave things for ages and then you do it. But obviously this one was being sent out to you in chat. So I did that with some earrings. And hi Tapper, we've had all weathers today. I know. So I did that, took it was nearly blowing me down the road. That was the nightmare I had this morning. Took that, posted that, so that's on its way. And then got in and it just started really snowing, then sunny, then snowing, and then it's sunny again now. So it's mad. But I see that sort of weather as people's mindsets at the minute. Anybody agree? I have, and it's lovely and has helped so much. I've slept every night really well, thank you. Oh, thank you, Claudia. You know, I think we go with the weather sometimes. I'm seeing a lot of people acting like that, and then I'm not surprised because the weather's been crazy. It's like everyone's being crazy because the weather's being crazy. Weather's playing up, people are playing up. But yeah, that's been quite interesting. So, let me put them over there. I'll tell you what, I'll pull these out at the end. So, just put these back in the thing so I don't drop them all over the floor. Hi, Alyssa. You're sleeping well as well? Yeah, so how's everyone sleeping? Because I've been sleeping better than ever. Deeper sleeps and getting to sleep quicker where I didn't used to, but I am now. So that's been quite good. It's like new energy, something's been lifted again, hasn't it? It's like a shift again, If anyone's been feeling that in chat. Where have I just put the box for that? Oh yeah, it's this one. Just wondering. Yeah, people are playing up, definitely. And then but you can tell there's a change. You can tell there's a change, and there's definitely a change in the air again. And I think that's when people play up in energy. Oh my God, I slept really well last night. Yeah, I've been sleeping really well for the past couple of nights, but it's really nice. Like a lighter energy, like not as, yeah. Hi, Astral Thief. Anybody else? How have you all been sleeping? I've put my lady into your channel. She's very busy, but we'll probably like to order a painting at some point. Oh, thank you, Chris. Yeah, just go over on my channel, Fairy and what is it? Flowers and the Fae on Instagram. I've got something new coming as well, I think. But yeah, my paintings, I don't know what I've got over there at the minute, actually. I've not been in there for a bit. It's where I do jewellery and paintings when they go up. But this painting's definitely going in. I just realised I have to take it back because I'd realised I'd not finished some detail off on it. But this is very you used to sleep to 4 to 5 hours. Now you're sleeping 8 to 9. Hi Revel. These little, they do remind me of like oracle cards because they're like, but this one is still so relevant for what's going on. You know, we're coming through this veil, we're evolving, we're growing, we're blooming, which I've always said. You know, eyes on us, we're the consciousness, the butterfly for transformation. This is what we're all going through. This is this message that I put out the other night, which I will put out again. This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. Right here, right here. Seeing a lot of people not coming from there. I'm seeing a lot of people, you could say, working for the devil. Do you know what I mean? That sort of energy, because I see there's a lot of people in an evil sort of energy. Call that what you want, lower vibing, whatever. But you think about the evil energy, you're either going to be in that evil energy or you're going to live, because we know that's what the word is tipped around the other way. You're either going to live your life in your joy or you're just going to suffer and just live in hate, all that lower energy, which you could call evil, because it is an evil energy. It's an energy that keeps people suppressed. It's an energy that keeps people down. It's an energy that keeps people miserable. It's an energy that keeps people depressed. It's an energy, it's just suppression of everything. It's suppressing people's joy. If you want to live, you have to turn that energy in and live your life with what gives you joy. And that's all I've ever spouted on about on this channel. All I'm ever saying, all I'm ever repeating, because people need to remember. You've come here to live your joy. You've come here to move from the contrast, as I said the other day. Look at the contrast and say, that's not what I want to be. Like the key that I've just said before, you have the key to unlock your door. You can come through that door and shut it and go, I don't want to be part of that anymore. The new energy I want to be a part of, I'm opening that door over there, I'm opening it, I'm gutting it, and I'm going locking that one right behind me and letting go. I'm not interested in the past anymore. What does that mean anymore? It doesn't mean anything. Past means nothing. It's where we go in the future. But in the now, which will determine the future of the thoughts and the words and the doing, the actions of what we're doing now will mould that future. This is why I say you have to keep putting out positive affirmations, intentions, words, prayers, actions every day. You speak in the way you are, and when you come out of that, get back in it. Hi Mandy, hi Chris, hi everybody in chat. So yeah, so I mean, it's the same message all the time, isn't it? It's just the same message. But I'm just wondering, it'd be nice to think after this, fingers crossed, lockdown, people will realise life is for living and start getting on with it. Exactly. And that's it, Rainbow Wizard. People have got to remember, you came here to live. You didn't come here to suppress your expression of yourself. You came here to do you the way you do it, uniquely, the way you do it, not the way anyone else does it. You came here as a spiritual being to be a human and learn how to be a human, which comes from your heart, because you forgot about that. Because, like I said, people are too busy sticking the business, the nose in other people's businesses, instead of minding their own business, which means looking after their self, having love and compassion for the self, and doing the things that they love, or whatever that is. And that's all I've ever talked about, focusing on thyself. You know thyself when you know what it is that you love. You are free when you know what it is you love, and you're not doing things just because other people are doing it, or it's making someone else happy, or you're doing something because it makes you look good, or whatever. You need to be you. I'm me. I do the things that I love. It's like my hair, for instance, right? I've had my dreads in now for over a year. I did this for me and my beliefs and the way I feel with spirituality and certain stuff, and I've talked about that before. This has been a massive part of my growth, which, do you want me to talk about it tonight? Because I'm going to be staying on for a bit. Maybe I'll put that in a bit. Remind me again in a bit. It's been a massive part. Now, I didn't do this because someone else had it done. I've always thought over the years, I love dreads, I love dreads, I love dreads. There's a bigger spiritual meaning behind it. But I didn't do it because I was with someone and someone liked dreads, because I wasn't with anyone at the time when I had this done. My fella loves them anyway, either way. He knew me before anyway. He's known me since I was 17. My mum didn't like it at first. She's got used to it now. But I haven't done it for anybody or anything, and I'm not going to get rid of them if, you know, if I'm doing a different job or something like that, because it's not, well, tough then. I've done it for me, but this has been a massive growth, but it's me, and it feels more me now than before when people say, oh, I've looked at past videos, you know, you've had different haircuts, different styles. Yeah, just expressing myself, but I'm quite at home with dreads. It's just, I've always loved that sort of Viking-ish sort of thing as well and all that. I've loved many different looks because I'm into many different things. I'm not just a one-trick pony that, you know, like, and if I want to take them out, I will. I'll change it again because I can let go and be into something else. That's what you're here to do as well. Do you think people look at you differently? Because, do you know what? It's really funny, Rainbow Wizard. Anyone who's got dreads out there, I'm sure there's people in the chat that have or have had them. No, I've never had anyone saying anything. Only a couple of people on YouTube, but that's YouTube for you. And it's funny because my sister said all her friends have gone, do you know what? It really suits your sister. She's the only one I know that it would really suit. They wouldn't do it because I know they wouldn't do it for the job, and I know they wouldn't do it. Some people would be scared about what people thought. I don't care what people think of me. I just do what I like, and if you don't like it, you don't like it, and that's okay because it isn't you. But no, I haven't had anybody. I had a lad come up to me a few weeks ago when I was in Morrison's, and he was looking at me, and I thought he was going to say, why have you not got a mask on? And he turned around and said, I love your hair. And I was like, thank you. The young lad as well, I went, thank you. I chopped mine off, short hair again. Oh, did you? Yeah, I mean, you can take them out, and you don't actually need, you can chop them off. It does take a long time if you brush them out, but you can chop the ends off and you just brush them out, but it can take 3 hours to take one out. So it'd take you a few weeks, it'd take me a few weeks to get all this out, but they're not coming out anytime soon because I've learned how to love them, got to love them, because don't get me wrong, it took a bit of getting used to for myself, just the way they are and the way they're a bit messy at the minute. I've just started tidying them up here myself, but you do have to look after them, you do have to roll them a bit and do stuff, but it's been a journey with my hair, but I've learned to accept them, and they're getting better the older they get and stuff like that. So it's been good. I'm changing and finding myself more now. Good, Claudia. Been watching your earlier years videos and love all your styles. Thank you, Mandy. Yeah, I've always said, you know, you can go and check my earlier videos out. It shows consistency of the messages that I've always been putting out, because there's a lot, you know, people out there who have tried to make out I'm something I'm not sometimes, and it's really funny because the only thing that's changed is my hair. But you're allowed to change your style up. I mean, I'd rather be someone on earth that came here and experienced a lot of different experiences and different things that you're here to do anyway, than just go, I lived one boring life, never changed me, I never did nothing, never did anything. Do you know what I mean? It'd be like, well, could have tried many different things. That's what you're here to do, experience things and have an experience in a vessel that's physical, so you can touch, taste and smell and hear and all that sort of beautiful stuff that you can't really do when you're in a spirit form, because you can't do that. Do you know what I mean? Defo can really resonate. Thank you. Yeah, crochet needle. Yeah, it's crochet, so I can do it myself. I've got like a little, where is it? It's in here somewhere. It's in here. Well, you know me, Crafty Dolly can craft anything. I've got this one. That's like a latch hook one. And then I've got this one, which is a bit bent. But yeah, you just like do all this business. So yeah, it's cool. I think the light's just gone down. They will soon come out anyway, Janine, once you go on the... When I go on the med bed. When I go on the med bed. Oh, that's so funny. Why would they come out if I went on a med bed? Yeah, they had to like back comb my hair up, do all this with it, and then like crochet all my hair up, so it, yeah, to make the dreads. But my hair's naturally curly anyway, so yeah. I'd say it's my body to vote, my choice. Yeah, exactly, your body, your choice. Exactly. So, I don't know why this lighting's just gone funny, but whatever. I was waiting on you showing me how to do dreads. Oh, do you want your hair dreading? It'll shrink, you know, though. It'll shrink. It'll shrink half the size of your hair. Oh, I don't want my tattoos to go. I love my tattoos. Do you mean, oh, natural? We could still have dreads. Still hair. Your natural hair, still hair. Maybe it could just be anything you want it to be, you know what I mean? Wow, that's how they do. Well, the way they did my dreads was they backcomb your hair. They backcomb your hair, and then they crochet it, so it makes a crochet. When they go like this, and then they go like this. Some people have it different ways. There's different ways, and obviously depending on your hair type, and if you're Caucasian or whatever, it's different, you know. But mine, yeah, there's twist and rip and all sorts of things. But my hair's naturally curly anyway, so it wasn't not a mega tight curl, but it was curly. And my hair was hard to manage, so that's why another reason why I had it done as well. My dreads began naturally in the back. Yeah, mine do. If my hair was left naturally, everyone's would dread up anyway. If you never brushed or washed your hair would naturally dread up no matter if your hair's straight. You'd start getting knots in it. But mine used to knot up at the back, and it used to get knots, and it used to do me head in. But they are hard work twisting. They are a little bit, but I've had this in for over a year, and I've only had it done twice, and I've just started to do mine a little bit to neaten them up now. So I've not really. And last time I went to the dread woman, she said, "What have you been doing? Have you been looking after them?" And I said, "No." And she went, they're in really good condition, seeing as you've not really done much." And I went, "I haven't. I need to do it now." But yeah. But my hair used to, thank you. My hair used to, when it was natural, it gets really greasy really quick, but with dreads it doesn't. But you wash them. You know, I wash mine once a week, that's what I did with curly hair anyway, because anyone knows if you've got naturally curly hair, it's better that way. And I do dry it off with a hairdryer a little bit, but you have to wait for them to dry out all day. So it's a game of patience with this sort of hair. So I've had to learn to be patient. I've had to learn to be patient with a lot of things, and I've had to learn to accept it and like it and go through the changes, because this went through different changes of, I had all this dreaded, and I had to call this out. So I have actually got, let me show everyone in case anyone's new, I've actually got hair that's out at the top. So I like when it frames my face a little bit, so you can still have different, you know, you can have it on the side, you can, you know, normally I have it on the side, don't I, and flipped over, but you can have it in the middle. I like a bit of it framing my face. I just always liked a bit of a bangs or whatever you call it, but today I've sort of put it off my face. This was all dreaded, but I took it out, so you can get it out. I took this out, my fringy bit, and you can do quite a lot of hairstyles with it, and it's easy. It's actually easier. I find it easier, but yeah. So I've had it in quite a while, and I'm enjoying it. I need to put some more beads in and things. I've got a few silver ones somewhere here, and then I made a dread bead thing here with an actual rose quartz crystal in it, and this has been in for ages. It stayed in. It's nice. You know, some people might like it, some people don't. That's all right, because it's not their hair, it's mine. I had plaits a long time ago. Look, 8 to 8 years. Loved it. Easy maintenance. Yeah. We will have no hair. Oh, will we? I don't know. I don't know, you know, what's going on with all that. Might be blue skinny from a Blu-ray. You never know. I need someone twisting away with for me. I'm so lazy. Yeah, I mean, it is easier with someone doing it. Thank you. YouTube have been suggesting some of your earlier streams. Feel like I've gone through Dolly Daydream styles down. No, you were actually looking for a hairstyle that would suit yourself, weren't you, Rainbow Wizard? You could be like, if you've ever thought about different hairstyles, just go and look at the beginning of my videos. That's where we were at. So my videos from the beginning of time when I came on YouTube, whenever that was, I'm not counting. I don't know. 4 or 5 years ago, I haven't got a clue. I don't know. I've had different hairstyles, but I've never changed the way I am, apart from I'm just a lot calmer now, and I don't get triggered by silly things that go on and used to go on, because I understand what's going on. I'll talk about that in a minute. Hi, Nicholas. So But the main message I've always been putting out, or I should say frequency, was a frequency of laughter, joy, doing you, doing the things that you love, and not letting anyone else bring you down. Always been putting that out, and it's still the same message today, so there's nothing changed. Because it's funny how people will go on about the way people look, about if they wear makeup, if whatever they do with the hair, what clothes they wear and all that. And it's absolute bullshit, because I see people who don't do that. I remember a girl at work once, she was very Christian or something, I don't know. She didn't wear makeup and she was like, oh, you know, I don't wear makeup, you shouldn't wear. And I was like, it doesn't make no difference. If people know that it's the inside that matters, it doesn't matter how you express yourself on the outside. Why do people get triggered by that? If you know that's what's in the inside. I know a lot of people who would be like, oh, I'm au naturel and I do this and I eat the best thing in the whole wide world and I don't wear makeup and I do that. And some of these people are that they've got really negative energy. So to me, none of that matters. None of that matters. It's what's within, you know, none of that matters. That's just judging a book by its cover. It's like big biker people. They'll always say that in America or anywhere. People will look at a big biker with long hair and a long beard and full of tattoos and they'll go, oh, they look nasty, or I bet they're violent. And some of them bikers are the most nicest people in the world you'll ever meet. Full of tattoos, not because people judge people by what they look like, which is ridiculous. Yeah, an astral thief, but that's each to their own, is it? Some people do, some people don't. I think there's a bit of a balance with that because there's women that wear too much, do you know what I'm saying? But each to their own. I think it's more of a enhancing than trying to cover something up. I only enhance, not cover. There's a difference, but each to their own. It's each to their own, isn't it? You come here to express yourself the way you want to, and that's that at the end of the day. I haven't had a haircut since the lockdown. Oh, I can't stop laughing at people in that sense. Games began. So I have a rainbow wizard's hair except balded on top. Just plait it. Make a new style. Make a new fashion. There's a video, Dolly Daydream drunk. Laugh out loud. Oh, I know. I know. I know it is. And I was having a go. I was like, I know. Everyone's seeing that. They start laughing. I know. I think I'll come in. I don't drink anymore, but I think I'll come in making hot dogs or something. But it wouldn't eat now. Oh God, that's funny. How would you judge a clown? Well, I don't know. Buy his shoes. I don't know. I'll tell you how I judge a clown. I judge a clown on how much he makes me laugh. There you go. Someone can make me laugh. That's a good frequency to be in, and it's better than being with someone who's a miserable bugger. I thought, oh, I need to watch that. Oh, it's somewhere. Don't ask me where, I don't know. I think I had red hair. I think I had my 50s thing in my 50s hairstyle. I do still do a 50s with this. 50s dreads. Yeah, a lot of people commented on that. It's hilarious. But you can also see, as I know most of you in chat who've been with me a while, Tapper and a load of other people, how I've grown as well out of certain behaviours, being a bit more angrier in the past, getting caught up in other people's shit and dramas. That's nothing, you know, whatever. I moved away from it. On fire when pissed. Laugh out loud. On fire when pissed. Yeah, I was on fire when I was pissed. I was like, yeah, you wouldn't want to see me drunk. You know, it's not that I'm ever not going to have a drink again, because I'm sure I will at some point, but I'm just not a drinker. You know, don't bother me. I think I had a drink the other week at my fellas. I had one glass of wine and I think I was livid. I was like, I can't drink, I just can't drink. It's rubbish. I'll just sit here and draw, it's fine. I preferred the shoe answer. Oh, yeah, well, that came out a bit wrong, but never mind. It was a bit of a laugh, wasn't it? Oh, it's funny. I haven't drunk in a while. Maybe we should have a Yaka fan party. Yeah, bring your own. We'll all have a drink one weekend. I'll get on here with a glass of wine and I'll be drunk after about a thimble full because I don't drink. Yeah, at least I've made some of you laugh tonight. So I forgot what I was going to talk. What was the thing I said I was going to talk about? Oh yeah, I might put my hair in. Don't know. It's just that thing again of we're just here. This frequency all making us laugh. This is what it's about. It's about sharing frequencies that help people raise the vibrations in these times, because that is what we're meant to be doing at this time right now. But, you know, I'm concentrating on your lovely soul self. And, you know, oh yeah, when I said soul speaks, when soul speaks to me lately, my soul's been telling me, Janine, You know, don't need to be looking at that. You don't need to be doing this. You need to be doing that. You just need to be doing you. You need to be raising your vibration. You need to be not getting caught up because, as I said the other day, this is what is going on at the minute. This is definitely what's going on at the minute. There's too many people all caught up in fear of whatever that is or whatever it looks like, trying to take you down. Rise above it. Rise above the shit. See all these people rising. Rise above the shit. It's not your shit, it's their shit. They've got to deal with their shit. They need a shit shoveler and they need to remove their shit. What? I asked a woman if she was seeing someone. Do you mean dating someone? She replied, do you mean hallucinations or a therapist? Well, then you know where she was coming from then, don't matter, does it? But yeah, just over 12 months now since I've had a drink. Really? See, people are changing their energies. Thing is, when you go in different energies, you change that frequency, don't you? It just doesn't bother you about certain things, certain people, certain ways, certain places, whatever it is. Yeah, that speaks volumes. What does? What have I just said? Sometimes I don't even know what I've just said. What have I just said? Uh, but yeah, raising the vibrations like we do in chat, you know, it's what it's all about. It's about, I'm having a your channel, so I'm not sure about this, but are you aware of the what? JCRV? I don't even know what that means. What does that stand for? Someone enlighten me. Oh, I haven't got a clue. Hi, Corey. Is it Corey? Corey. I don't know. What's that? Is it just me being thick? Oh yeah, we'll talk about being thick in a minute. That I was having a conversation with that with someone today, so let me write that down so I don't forget when I'm yakking, because I'll forget. School. Let's talk about intelligence, which I am not, thank God, in a different way, but not in the way they want us to be. What's the topic? Everything. Just raising your vibrations as usual. Nothing new. Yeah, I know about that. Whatever. I see it more as a it's something they've been trying to get out for quite a while, even JFK. What it's going to look like and how it comes in and if it's in or whatever, I'm not focused on at the minute. I believe something that will come in, and you know there's going to be a lot of abundance for people around the world, especially in third world countries and stuff, which we all know what they've been doing, and that will be sorted. That's where you want it to be sorted first and stuff like that. And I don't know, I just think there's beautiful things coming, and this is a thing of putting that energy out. We all know, well, most of us do, I believe, that it's going to be beautiful. The more we stay in a high frequencies, the more that will come in, because when people change their mindsets, everything changes on the outside. Chloe, Soul Odyssey Healing name change, Dolly Daydream. Yeah, my name was Dolly Daydream before, and I changed it because when I was going to other chats that I go to sometimes, they didn't realise who I was. So it was easier, instead of going, hi, it's Dolly, for people who knew me, to stay as I was, which was easier for me. So that's why. I still like that name, but Dolly's me in it. Dolly's me. Hi. I'll just call you D. So, yeah, we changed ages ago. Yeah. I changed it to Soul Odyssey Healing because I thought it's a soul. Odyssey means journey. We're all on a soul journey, healing. But then it was a bit, like I said, a bit of a pain in the ass to keep telling people, hi, it's me. They didn't recognise me. So it was easy just to go back. And we got 33 in chat and 17 thumbs up. What about that? I might read something out in a minute. I'm not sure. We'll see. It's quite long, I think. And I don't know if I'll be able to read it. Talking about reading, any of you might resonate with me. All you lovely souls out there, spiritual beings. If you're truly not indoctrinated by certain stuff, and you might have looked back in your past and gone, oh, that makes more sense. I was having a discussion today of, yeah, you could do. When I was at school, in secondary school, and if you're American, it's like high school, and I don't know if it's about, what's first year secondary school, is that about 12 or 13 years old? I was put in the, and I'm not ashamed of this. I was then, but I see what it is now, so I'm quite proud of myself. I don't know if this is going to make any sense to anyone. I know it will make sense to a lot of you in chat, and I had a discussion with someone else today in America, and they were like, yeah, totally, I get you. Now, I'm a bit dyslexic, so if I do read this thing out in a bit, I don't know if I'm going to read it out tonight or another time, but anyway, a bit dyslexic with stuff. When I went to school in the first year, they put me in a bit of a reading class, being a, as if to say she's a bit a dunce, a bit stupid, whatever. And at the time, so I was segregated from my class for a certain amount of time with some other kids into another class. So them kids would think, oh yeah, no, a bit daft. She's not that intelligent. Anyway, so I'd always sort of grown up thinking, oh, a bit like we all do with certain things, not worthy of, like, not that clever, blah, blah, blah. Never into maths, can't stand maths. The only thing I ever liked was art, really. Art and chatting to people at the back of the class. Yeah, chatting and art, as I've got a pen in my hand, chatting and art. And anyway, but then again, I liked going into the other class, because the reading class, for trying to be a better reader, because I used to get out of that class. So I used to think, I'm not bothered. I'd rather go and sit in that class, and I don't have to do the work in that class. So I know some of you are going to really resonate with this. So looking back now, I'm like, isn't it funny how they try to segregate the people and make you look stupid if you're not good at reading or something like that, or whatever it is? But I'm glad, because to me, and a lot of people agree with this as well, if you're dyslexic, or they're saying you've got something to try and say you're something else, they will say, I don't know, you're not programmed. They can't program you. It's a bit like they're watching you, because I've had to put her in that class because they can't program her, because she's like, she doesn't understand. No, I don't understand stuff like that. I don't understand big long words, but we all know in the world out there the reason why they put big long words out there is to get people confused, so they believe like oh, that person there knows what they're talking about. They're very intelligent. They're a doctor. This, that, and the other. They know the big long words. We don't. So we just go along with it, believing what they're saying. And really, it's not that. Your true inner soul already knows stuff and brings stuff in, and it's that intuitiveness that you already know, that gut feeling that you already knew anyway, and they try to make out that you don't. DNA, National Dyslexic Association. Yeah, and I know a lot of people, my little sister was dyslexic, they didn't know what it was back then. Yeah, and it's that sort of thing, yeah, labelling all the time. And it's a bit like that thing again of trying to stick a label, and you're saying you're something you're not. But really, when you look back, you're going against the sort of programming they wanted to program you in. Because a lot of the stuff I didn't get, and didn't know why we were doing certain stuff back at school, and realised, and not, it's all rubbish anyway, because I never needed it. But most of us know that. So it was that programming of, they couldn't program it, because I didn't always go with the crowd, or even sometimes if I did, it was like, I don't really think, like, this isn't for me, and stuff like that. So people have always been like, oh, you're not that intelligent, or you're stupid, or whatever they want to say. A bit dolly, but then, yeah, dolly daydream. But really, I didn't need to be intelligent, because I worked with the other stuff, and I've always believed in different stuff. And it's amazing when you look back at certain stuff, how they try to pigeonhole you in certain things, because you can't be. I didn't go along with the programming. And here's Archangel Michael as well, and you know what I'm talking about, because I was talking to you. So you haven't gone along with the programming. The most easier people to be programmed are the ones that believe all that, and the ones that have probably gone on to be doctors and that. And I'm not putting them down. People have gone to university, not everyone, but they've been easily programmed. Yeah, I'm so highly intellectual. It's like, good. Did well programming you then, didn't they? And I know there's a lot of you'll know that you've been made to feel at school that you were a wrong un at school, or you never finished school off because you just felt, they'd call you a naughty child, or saying that you had ADHD or something, because you didn't want to sit there all day. You wanted to be rather doing things than sitting there all day being programmed from the education board. So, when you do look back, you think, even like I was saying to someone, sunglasses. I hate wearing sunglasses. I've never really felt comfortable wearing sunglasses. I remember saying to my sister, well, I think you should have light in your eyes. And now I know about bits about light medicine and stuff like that. Why do you think celebrities constantly wearing sunglasses, even when it's not bloody sunny, as a fashion statement? Because everyone else will follow it. But you do need light I don't mean stare at it constantly, but you do. And then you're sending them like codes by looking at people. Can't really do that when you've got sunglasses on, can you? And even with sun lotions and stuff like that, the thing that actually gives you the thing they're saying that it doesn't give you. Like, okay. I used to get tied to the back of the desk chair. I was left-handed, and the teacher said it was a devil. Like, so I had my left arm tied behind my back and seat and forced to write. No way, were you? Yeah, because you had to do it the way they wanted you to do it, and you were like, no, I want to be different. And it's really funny because I'm right-handed, but if I have a knife and fork, I eat in the wrong hand. I write in this hand, but I eat. I should have a fork in this hand. No, a knife in that hand and a fork in this hand, but I have to twist it round. Don't know if anyone. I used to get dead embarrassed years ago. So if I was in a restaurant, I used to have to switch it over. I was anti-school from the infant school. I cried for weeks. I hated it. I didn't mind school. I didn't really get bullied or anything like that. And I wasn't like over popular or anything. I was just normal. But whatever normal is. I just liked school because I can go there and chat to all my friends. Yakata at school. And art, especially when I was doing art. Anything else. PE, I liked PE. But really, apart from that, I think we had community studies, something like that was alright. I wasn't really interested in anything else. Baking was alright, but that was just something that we didn't have to go and do maths and any of that. Maths I hated. Why does Chloe want to know what my moon sign is? We all have fun memories from school, my first class in 8th grade. Yeah, I'll tell you what my memory, thinking back now to junior school, I'll tell you what I think now, I think, oh my God, that frequency. And I was talking to someone in chat about it the other day. Yeah, how, yeah, science, yeah, I wish they'd put the real science out. I remember being in assembly, walking in, and you were all lined up and sat on the floor. And then they had hymn sheets, and they were like big old hymn sheets that were like on the wall where they had to flip them over with a stick. Hi, Mail Dot. And I think I said to Susie Q, didn't I? think it was Susie Q, Indigo Rays. I said, I remember the songs, and I said, looking back now, they were beautiful songs, even if people go, oh yeah, why? Did you go to a thingy school or anything? Like, no, I didn't. But we used to sing the hymns, and two of the hymns I remember, I don't remember all the words, but was one of my favourite, well, there was Morning Has Broken Like the First Morning, is it? Blackbird has spoken like the first. I'm going to have to look for it in a minute. And then, because I can't remember. And then the other one was, I loved this one, was he's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. But that energy of what I remember when I was a kid was beautiful. And I actually loved them songs. And I thought, I don't know if they really do a lot of that at school anymore, if they sing the hymns anymore. But I remember thinking, oh my God, I loved them songs when I was at school. It was the energy of it. Yeah, I'm going to go and look for the song now. And then playing in the playground at junior school, that was good. Running around, playing tiggy, tag, or whatever, and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, 33 Christ consciousness in the house. Whoop, whoop. I'm just going to go and find them songs out of curiosity and see what they are. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da. So, what was it? Blackbird Has Spoken? Something like that. There were some others, but I can't remember them. But we used to sing hymns every day. And I was in the choir, not that I can sing now, but... let's see if it comes up. Yeah, Morning Has Broken. Oh, is it Morning Has Broken? Morning has broken. I'm just looking for it now. Morning has broken. Breaks every day. You know, and even if anyone came in and went, yeah, well, you know what the meaning of that is, and the meaning of that, I'd be like, yeah, it doesn't matter. The point is that frequency give out was quite joyful, actually. So of what I remember. Let's have a look. Right. Here it is. Is that it? Oh. Oh, I don't know. Do they not just give you the bloody song? See if I can find it. This is ridiculous. Go on YouTube. What's...
If you're struggling with hair loss or...
No, not really. Oh my God. Where do you... Morning is broken. Lyrics. Has this got it on? Should have gone to YouTube. I'm not going to YouTube. Oh, Jesus. Right. I can see a bit of it here. Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for the springing, fresh from the word. Sweet the rain, I don't know the tune, I can't remember. It's sweet the rain's new fall, sunlight from heaven. Oh, light the first dew fall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness of the wet garden, sprung I can't say this, it's so small. Completeness where his feet pass. Mine is the sunlight, mine is the morning, born of the one light, Eden saw play. Praise with the... Is it? Can't say it. Praise with the elation. Praise every morning. God's recreation of the new day. Oh my God. I've never looked at that song till now and I'm like, that's what we were singing. Oh my God. Beautiful. Yes. And then I'm going to have to get my other light out in a minute. It's gone really dark in here. The other one. Yeah, do you remember? Oh, thanks. Thank you. Right. And this one, I love this one, so. Cat Stevens. Right, let's see if she remembers this one. As a kid. He's got the whole world in his hands. You got to clap to this. Are you listening? Clap to it. I can hear you. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got, I'm sure we used to go, he's got the little babies, or something like that. He's got the little bitty babies in his hands. He's got the little bitty babies in his hands. He's got the little bitty babies in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got you and me, brother, in his hands. He's got you and me, sister, in his hands. He's got you and me, brother, in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. You ready? He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. Yeah, and then someone just said, Kumbaya. Oh yeah, that was another one. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Is that just the words to it? Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Oh Lord, kumbaya. Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, at school, with the 33 in chat, Christ consciousness, looking in right now. Seriously though, yeah. As Rainbow Wizard said, I enjoyed singing them songs at school. Seriously, I'm off. And that's what we used to sing in the hymns. And I quite liked that energy. And like I said, I think the favourite one at the time was, yeah, Morning Is Broken. And it's got the whole world with everyone singing. Oh yeah, the cult of Dolly. That's what some people like to put out there, don't they? Like nobody's got their own minds. Nobody's got their own minds, have they? Oh no, you can't think for yourself. I'd like to buy the world. Well, I'd like to say that song with a Coca-Cola song, but if you look into Coca-Cola, no thank you. Oh no, thank you. Yeah. No, I haven't, Alex, because I've heard all the stuff going about. I don't watch it. I don't even know if there's a channel. I know they're on channels, but I don't actually watch. And someone asked me before, and I just said I'm not really bothered. Or will come out and be seen in the end, as things will. You know, dark to light, dark to light. If that's what you're talking about, yeah, it's just one of like no. I've not been watching a lot of stuff, to tell the truth. There's not a lot of stuff out there now. Oh, I'm going to read you something in a minute. I'm going to read you something. There's not a lot of stuff out now that I sort of haven't seen. Mark Devlin, oh, has he? Yeah, Mark Devlin's, he does some good videos. I'll check it out. On the side of the truth stuff, and then on the other side of the truth stuff with the spiritual community, there's not much out there now that, like, we're all talking about the same messages, because that's what's going on in the collective consciousness. That's what a lot of people out there have got to realise, that we're all talking about similar things because that's what's going on. And the message is you've got to raise your vibrations. That's all you've got to do. You've got to raise your vibrations to get your mental mindsets into a higher state of mindset, and just keep pushing forward with that every day, like I've always been saying, because there's lots of energy out there at the minute that are trying to pull people down. And because if we stay pulled down, we stay on that timeline energy, whatever, it doesn't really matter, everyone uses different words, of that old energy, and that's what the old energy wants. We're not moving there, we're in the new energy. The new energy is coming in. Also, the sheep will wait, if that's what you want to call them, they will wake up in the end, because it's going to be, you can't really stop what's coming when they see everyone else being happier on another side. By Robert, is that thing of we're in the age, we're rippling in to the age of Aquarius. Aquarius is air, that's spiritual age. We've gone through so many different ages throughout the centuries and everything, ages to do with different planets and energies and stuff. So now we're going into the spiritual age for so many, I don't know, thousands of years or whatever. There's no stopping it. It can't be stopped. It's an age of spirituality, so it can't be stopped. So even the people that people will say are asleep now, they're going to come through it, because my sister's daughter said the other day something about, she's only 18. She said, what's all this 11:11? And I keep seeing the numbers 11:11, and I just went, you'll find out where you start. You know, that's the start of your awakening. So if we're doing that, it doesn't matter about the people who you think are asleep. At some point, at some time, they are going to get on the path. Like I said, we're all on a path. Some are here, some are there. It doesn't really matter. Thank you, Archangel Michael. So because of the it's a spiritual era we're going in that we've never been in before. This full on. Like I said, there's been different ages. Coming out of Pisces, we're going into the age of Aquarius, air, ether, spirit, spiritual. There's no getting away from it. What did you know who say? Can't stop what's coming. There's a lot of things that they can't stop what's coming. They can thrash, because that is what's going on in the energies right now. You can call the puppet masters, the elite, whatever you want to call them, many different names from it. Even people, minions that work in that devil energy, if you want to say. There's a lot of people working in that devil energy right now. They're just thrashing the tail. It's like a big snake, and that's had its head chopped off. This bit, you know, there's the head chopped off. This bit's still thrashing about. Still thrashing about. It's trying to project and throw all its last bits of energy, its last bits of ammunition, but it's not going to work. Yeah, they're going to take people down with them, and people get caught up in stuff, and this is why I say caught up in your own minds will go down. Also caught up if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time out there on the battlefield, you could call it, because it is a spiritual war. They're going to take people down with that. It's a bit like the jibby jabbies. That's one of their ammunitions. It's not like the wars we were in years ago in World War I and II, where they're using bombs and guns and all that. It's different. It's been on people's mindsets, because it's a war on the minds. and all the other things that they're doing with the fear mongering and getting people to do stuff because they're following mainstream media, thinking that this, who put a video up today? Morgan Freeman put a video up today about, yeah, everybody trusts me, don't they? So really, I've just had my jibby jabby, so you should have your jibby jabby too because everybody trusts me. Yeah, acting. Be careful, but people will follow that because people respect and look up to celebrities, and they'll respect Morgan Freeman because they think he's such a nice guy. And it's like, well, free will, do what you want, whatever you see, that's up to you, you know. But at the end of the day, it is the age of spirituality we're going, so there's no really getting away from it. People can delay their path and put the foot on it, and maybe they're just not moving and they might slow down a bit. There'll be people who get on it and just zoom past, do you know what I mean? But it's the age of spirituality, so there's no getting away from it. They're going to see, I see in my visions of people being more happier in this frequency, and say people over in this lot are going to be like, oh, and then there's going to be people start moving over and they're coming over to this side. I'm not talking about sides, I'm just doing this in an analogy so people understand. And then there's just going to be the like minority left, and whether they want to stay in that old energy, that's up to them. But they're not going to get anywhere with it. They're going to stay depressed and down and moaning and all that. And but they have a choice to come over if they want to. And these old people will be opening their arms like, yeah, come on. Why are you so happy? Because we choose to be. Because we choose to be. Because we choose to be. We choose to raise our vibrations. We know ourselves and we know what we love and what gives us joy, and that's what we're doing. And we're all helping each other. And then in the end, hopefully, that lot will come over. You know, guess it depends where people like to stay. I don't like to stay in old energy. I've been there. I've done that, worn a t-shirt and moving away every day from old energies. I've done a lot of work where I've had to do a lot of reflecting in the past. And I'm not talking about on YouTube, I'm talking about in my past with a lot of stuff, and realise that that energy is just crap energy, and who wants it? You can't have a new world and a new way of thinking and feeling and all that staying in the old shit, so move from it. Yeah, Agenda 21, but that's not happening. We're moving from it. And the more you talk about that sort of stuff, it keeps people in that energy. We're not in that. That's what they try to do. That's what they try to cap off, but they can't, because it's an age of spirituality, connecting back to spirituality, God, whatever you want to call it. And it can't be stopped because it's a divine plan anyway. Which is connecting back up to yourself, the God within you, the God and Goddess energy within you. Yeah, but people say 2030, and I laugh because that's just giving people time to catch up with what's going on and working on themselves. That's what we're all doing. No one's at any pinnacle point, because the more you get to that point and you think you're at a point of high awareness, you'll be learning again of something else. It's just one big learning process. So it's like I said the other day, it's given a lot of people time to catch up. Those that you could say take time to catch up with themselves. It's all about connecting with yourself. It's communion with yourself. There's none of this. I remember when people used to talk about in the spiritual community, let me know what you know in chat, but this is how I personally see it. And a lot of people used to go on about twin flames. Oh my God, it used to do me head in. Because I used to think, when I first came to it, I used to think, twin flames, this, that and the other. And people were like, you're my twin flame. I'm like, no, I'm not. Twin flame. And it never sat with me. Until I realised, but this is why it never sat with me, and this is where I lie with it today. Your twin flame isn't another, I said this the other week, it isn't another person, like a man for me or a woman. It's you. It's your feminine and masculine energy within you. But when you have that imbalance, you'll get the right person coming in. But people used to be so like upset that they hadn't found this person, or it's like, it's you. You finding you. You finding that merge, that marriage, that communion between yourself with source, your higher self, that energy of, masculine and feminine. Yeah, a lot of people woke up years ago and before, but it's not actually to do, I've told people before, it's not actually to do with when you woke up, because there's a lot of things years ago that have changed a lot more now. You know what I mean? Differently now, because that's still old energy. Even back then, there's a lot of things that have gone on and a lot of things that are changing now with new energies are coming in. If new energies are coming in now, it doesn't really matter what happened years ago, you know, if you get what I'm saying. Yes, I got the same download this past summer. Yeah, it just used to really bug me, you know, when you're listening to people and you're like, this doesn't sit right with me. It's weird, like a lot of people going, oh, you're only going to be happy if you find your twin flame. And it was like, what? And then people would get down about it. You know, I haven't found my twin flame. It's like, you fool, it's you. And if you get that balance, you'll find someone. And when you do find somebody anyway, literally in the physical, I think people think it's a and I heard someone saying this as well, and I thought I totally agree, you know, like, oh, they'll complete me because we'll be two of the same halves. No, it's like my fella. I'm a bit more airy fairy, and he's very grounding. He's earth anyway, and I'm water, and he's earth. So he does ground me and pulls me down a little bit. And then sometimes I'll be like, oh yeah, have you seen this? You know, that's a bit more like airy fairy in the spiritual, that he's sort of in and not in. And it brings him through to that. So we're both sort of like balancing each other out. Because if we were both the same, it'd be a bit boring, wouldn't it? Again, you need the balance. So we've got the balance in the masculine and feminine. But the whole twin flame thing used to get on my wick. It really did used to get on my wick. It really did. And I was like, that doesn't lie with me at all. Might people think that, but I just never saw it as that. Ian and I spoke about age ago and thought it was, and then I thought, no, this still doesn't lie with me. I just think it's weird. That's where I've been going wrong. First time I've heard of this twin flame stuff, same as the one stuff. Yeah, well, it was a thing that used to go around. It does go around in that community, and then people get so upset because they're like, oh, I'm not like... And it's like, once you come in communion with yourself, your twin flame, your other side, those two energies together, and you get in balance with that, in the end, if you wanted then to find a partner, if you're not, you will find them. You've got to get in balance, but that's within everything anyway. Yeah, exactly, cool, Nick. One needs to whole by yourself. Yeah, you have to be the whole. With the W, you have to be the whole. People think they're not whole unless they have someone else. When you become whole first, then when you get with someone, you can bounce off each other. You like ground or whatever each other, but you have to be whole in yourself. That's why a lot of people, I've done this in the past. You're not whole in yourself. You're looking for the other person, thinking they're going to make you whole. That never happens. That's why people get so upset and things don't work. You have to be whole in yourself, and then the right person will come along. No, I don't, Alex. I've been to one to feel the energy. I don't. It's not my job to do that. I'll tell you what, Alex. There's a lot of people. You know, if you agree or not, I don't know. But there's a lot of people. We're here to do different jobs while we're here. You could say missions, and each people's missions are different. I've not come here to protest. I know people who protest. I've been around people who protest. I went to one to feel the energy of the great Paul boys, which is brilliant. But my job's not here to protest. It's not what I came here to do. I know what I came here to do because I had a dream, and I've told everybody about that dream that I came here to do, and that I got told I was doing, and I'm following it just by doing what I'm doing. But everyone has, some people are here to do that. Some people are here to do other things. Some people are here to pull other people down. Some here to pull other people up. Many different things. We're not here all to do the same thing. So no, I'm not. It's not my thing. I don't need to do that. I've come away. It's not me. Yeah. So if you get what I'm saying, and that's not saying it's wrong. It's just saying that isn't what I came here to do. That's not my path of my mission that I came here to do. Yeah, they're good. Some of them are good. I mean, like I said, I went to one with the Paul boys, and Paul boy, the energy there was absolutely brilliant. And it was just to see how people got on and everything, and how the police were working. And it's normally at the end when they come in and try and do whatever. But it's not for me to do. But that's not knocking the people who do it. That's what they're here to do. You're here right now at the right time, in the right place, wherever you live, doing the thing that you were meant to do. I know what I'm meant to be doing, and I'm doing it right now. Doing it right now. And that's one thing I hope, thank you, Indigo. That's one thing that dream I had, that I've told everybody quite a few times. That feeling and that connection I got, and that presence and that message that came in that day when I said my mum felt it as well, and she didn't know what it was because she was in the same room as me that night. That will always stay with me, and that's the one thing I hold on to no matter what's going on, no matter what looks like it's going on in the world, no matter what people are saying. I know that's one of the truths that we're here to do. And it's basically healing. But spoken means I recognise you as myself. Yeah. And it's beautiful. And this is the message again that I keep putting out is The thing is, Alex, what you've got to understand is none of that matters now. People are waking up, even if you think you don't see it, they are. And you're just here, and it's good, you can still do that, but don't get too frustrated if you think they're not. They are, and it's just your job for you to stay aware and for you to raise your consciousness and you to do the work on you and to just keep happy and try and not get down about anything that you think looks bad, because at the end of the day, all this stuff, thank you, Archangel Michael, that looks bad, and people think people aren't waking up and they think this agenda 21's coming in, they think this and they think that, it's beautiful. It's such a divine plan. It's the contrast. I've said this before, it's a contrast to make you see what's going on in the world, to push you forward, to be a better you, with better things in life, and to go through that other door with the key to your heart, like I said at the beginning, to close that other door and come in good energies, to have compassion, self-love for yourself and also for others. But you've got to work on that yourself first. And what looks really crappy to some people, it does. But if you know what's going on and you know how things change with energy, you've got to be what you want to be in the world. So I look at it all like, yeah, there's crap going on, there's things happening, we are in a spiritual war, but it's a beautiful divine plan. It's beautiful. It's the way you look at things. This has to happen for people to wake up. It doesn't look good, but nothing ever does in life that you think's going to move you along. You know, change can be hard sometimes, and it's not always easy, but it's needed. And this change is needed. It's been needed for a very, very long time. So it's going to look all chaotic and this, that and the other, and people's energy's flipping here, there and everywhere, and shit falling out of people's mouths and all that stuff that's going on, because it's going on everywhere. But it's beautiful. I look at it and I'm like, it's beautiful. Hi, Anne-Marie. Hi, Dan. Everyone who's in chat might have missed some names out before, but true is fair only takes those who have something to look. Yeah, and the thing is as well, it's like I've said, I've seen the shit going on. I've seen the shit going on in 3D. I've seen the shit going on within people. 33 still in chat. But the more I see of is the good and the positive. I see a tiny bit of shitiness compared to the good that I see in the world. They have been divided, Alex, but they have to be divided. It's the great divide. It's needed. It's contrast. If it's divided, which they've always done, it's divide and conquer. They've always done this all over time. It's brilliant. It's great. You have to have a divide to see what you don't want to be in the world. You go, oh my God, I don't want to be that. What is all that about? Like, I'm choosing to go this way. That is not me. That is not me. And even a lot of people on this side, I'm not saying sides, it's just that thing. They're all arguing with each other. Even some of these people going, hang on a minute, why are we all arguing? What is this energy about? Why are we all arguing with the people? These aren't the real people that are causing all this divide. We know, the words you want to use, the elites or whatever, blah, 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 whatever. But they need to see this. And even some people on this side are going, hang on a minute, I'm just choosing not to get involved in this, man. I'm just choosing to do me now and to help myself and all that. You need the divide. You need the contrast to see. If you didn't see my video the other night where I was reading a book out about the little, where is it? The Little Soul and the Sun by, where is it? Little Soul and the Sun. It's in here somewhere. Little Soul and the Sun. The story that I read out the other day is a kid's book and it's Finn's, but you need to go and listen to that again about the contrast that comes. This little soul was light with a load of others that were light, which we all are, but he couldn't see himself as light, because how do you see yourself as light in like a light full of light? You can't see yourself. But if you come to Earth and experience the darkness, you're going to know what the light is, aren't you? You're going to see the light. And if you want to be the light, you've got to shine the light in the darkness for others to know that they're the light, and they switch on like little lights. That's how I see it. So you have to see the dark. You have to experience that. Be the light in the dark. Don't worry about others. It's past that time about worrying about others now. We've all done that, and it's just like, work on yourself. Work on you. And the more you work on you, and you pushing that light out, people will come over, because they'll be like, I want to be more in your energy, I want to be more like that. Like, how do you do it? And like I said, what works for me might not work for you, but some of it might, and that's what we do. Right, I'm just going to have to go to the toilet. to switch the heating on. I can't believe how cold it's gone. But you'll go through different stages through waking up. You know, you'll go through your anger stages. You'll go through frustration. You'll go through heartache. You'll go through quite a lot. And you can do that a few times before you come out the other end and realise you just got to do the work on yourself. And when when you are waking up, you'll also notice when you start to shine your light, other people will come and try and dim your light. Family, friends, whatever. All sorts. All sorts. So, yeah. Yes, it's time, but not always easy, but it can do. It's not always easy, but that's the thing. People don't want to do it because they'd rather have an easy ride with everything. But it's beautiful when you start and you get on it. You've just got to know, you know, love, 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 you all got to go. Ta-ta. Thank you for coming in, Bo. See you again soon. Thank you. You know, so you've just got to keep that in mind. You have helped me so much already. Thank you for being you. Thank you, Claudia, for commenting. Beautiful comment. And I know, and that's not being big-headed, I know because a lot of you let me know that, and I know it's just because I feel this, and I like people who inspire me, and I just know there's a lot of people, you know, who don't watch TV and they need to see certain messages out there, so this is why I do what I do. Yeah, rest in peace to the ones travelling to better places, exactly, and I just think they're helping from another side. Maybe they couldn't hold this energy, so they're coming in to help from the other side, if you want to say that. You know. Whatever people choose, whatever to choose, it's free choice. You can't push people. It's just like, well, they're going to see from their perspective, and that's that. What can you do? So tired, must get myself to bed. Good night. Yeah, thanks for coming in, Indigo Rays, and your lovely elephant will be there soon. Whoop, whoop. So I don't know what time it is anyway. What time is it? Oh yeah, it's quite early for me, isn't it? So yes. Much love and light, and send you all your dreams come true. Yeah. So how's everyone feeling anyway? I was going to read this thing out, but I think I'm going to leave it for another day because it's not in context really with what I'm talking about. How's everyone feeling? You know, with the snow and everything, I always see snow as cleansing anyway. So there's a lot of like mad energy going in with the snow, not snow, sun, snow, sun. I see it as cleansing, sun's cleansing, sun's purifying, and so is snow. So a lot of that going on. A lot of that going on. So yeah, how's everyone feeling? Absolutely, we can only bless their hearts for the roles they choose. Yeah, it is the roles they choose because it's like I say again with the Little Soul in the Sun book by author is I think it's Neil Donald Walsh. Choose a part to play. So if they choose that, in a sense, you could look at it, if they chose a part to play to come here to take the jibby jab, okay. If they chose a part to play in the dark side of trying to pull people down to see if they've got the strength enough to, you know, let people pull them down or blast up to the light, like I said. Whatever. I know I didn't choose that. I know what I chose to do. So, like I said, it was in the lucid dream that I had, and that was, like I said, that I can never get away from that feeling of what I saw and what was said. At all. Never forget. The strongest thing I've ever had in my life. I'm feeling mighty sweet. Week off from work, so like, yeah, hoodoo, Alex. Talking about the big ups, yeah, they do, but, you know, I just don't look at all that. Just don't think about all that. There's changes coming, old energy falls, that's old systems and stuff as well. So, you know, that's what's coming in. Being sunny sky, yeah, it's been beautiful skies in the UK as well. Just like I've gone a bit cold now, obviously, because it has been trying to snow. But yeah, it's not about dwelling in it's not about dwelling in the lower frequencies and all about shining our light. Yeah, it's all about shining our light. People are too bothered about sitting in the dwell factor, and I'm like, who wants to be sitting in the dwell factor? It's like sitting at the bottom of a well. Well, we're reeling ourselves up the well to see the light. We don't want to be doing in the dark waters of the well. Who wants to stay down there? It's not saying you don't feel things, but who the frig wants to dwell in the well? That's just come in. Not me. Ain't doing it. Because why? Because it doesn't make me feel good. It's just it's feelings you go through and emotions, but you don't have to stay there. A lot of people want to stay there because it's comfortable. I'm like, no, thank you. And I don't have many sort of experience of in that energy because I know how to get out of it. So I've never really been in a place of like deep depression or anything like that because I've been peed off and I've been sad sometimes and distraught about stuff in the past, but I can get myself out of it because I just have to go and concentrate on me and doing the things that I love that help me get out of that mindset, because that's what it is. It's just dwelling on thoughts and things. And got 29 and 29, and so there you go. You know, if you know how to do that, you can get yourself out of it. You know, relearning to shine my light. Thank you to you and others. You're welcome, Jarvis. That's what you're relearning. You're remembering what it is that you love. You know, as long as you're not hurting others and all that, what it is that you love, and do more of it. And speak about that thing that you love, and other people might get inspired. We're not talking and thinking and doing the things that we don't like and repeating the things that we don't like. We're trying to get out of that. We're reprogramming ourselves. So if you just want to sit in a well in the dark, go do it. But, you know, we're all reeling ourselves up. So why would you want to do that? It's old. It's old energy. We must be good to Janine. We get some of the quality time she should spend with him someday. Oh, thank you. Thank you. He's not here. That's why I've come on earlier. He's not here today. He went earlier on. So that's what I mean. That's why I do normally come on at night time because obviously he's in bed. Today, for the second time in 4 weeks, burst into tears listening to something that resonated about where I came from. Galactic Realm. I don't remember some specific info. Triggered, wanting to go home. Yeah, but remember, no matter what anyone thinks, I always think we came here to do this. We came here to be part of Earth. We came here to experience. So sometimes I think a lot of people talk about going home, which we'll all go there in the end, but we came here to experience and use our vessels to experience touch, feel, taste and all that. You've got to remember that, like, what things do you love doing, and change your frequency up within yourself. Yeah, but that's I don't really think about all that, Alex, because I did mine. It's up to people. They will in the end anyway, because that's going down. That'll be the last thing that goes down. I don't see. I don't look at all that stuff anymore because it's if you're not doing it, it doesn't matter about other people. You know, they're gonna see in the end anyway. Hang on. Oh my God. I'm always grateful for nice experience at shops when people were nice. I just go around smiling. Exactly. I'm friendly, chatty though. Because that can change the frequency with people. You know, you're smiling at them. People need to smile more. This, that, and the other. You know, and all that sort of good stuff. And that's the thing with the universe. When you're put, as I've been saying, when you put more stuff out, good stuff. Oh, they don't ask me that. They don't ask me that. I'm not in that frequency. It's frequency putting out. The universe will give you back. So say like if you're doing good deeds and good things, and that's the way you are, and you're talking like that, and you keep that with the consistency thing, you're getting off the universe so many different ways. It can be through, people doing you a good deed because you did them a good deed. It could be, someone remembered something you did a bit ago, so they've come and helped you with something. You could be, you know, you're setting up your own thing, so people are coming over to that thing and they want to, I don't know, purchase things off you. You've got it comes in so many different ways, and that's what happens. You know, I've had that before because of what I put out, and I know that's how the universe works. And it's really funny because you get people who are always going on about money and oh, people like doing things for money. It's like, well, that's the way we work at the minute, so yeah. But it will come in different ways, abundancy, because you're doing good deeds. You know what I mean? And that's just how it works, and it's all right. It's people who have the love of money and they have so much money that they don't do things. You know, I'm talking about these big elites. but you're allowed to have money. You're allowed to do things, or you wouldn't be able to do things. So, you know, when people talk about that, it's absolute crap. People just get jealous of people. But we do need it at the minute, whether that changes in the future of different things, how we communicate and share and stuff like that is brilliant. But people do that anyway. You know, they might say, oh, I've done this, I've painted this, and I've got that. And it could be like, oh, we'll swap that for that sort of thing, because it's the same sort of, you know, whatever. But yeah, it's funny. You know, because I've had that in the past with because I have a super chat, you know, or you'll put coffee donation, and people have gone mad over it. And I've seen this in other channels of when someone else has put that in, and you're like, I think it was Infinite Waters, because he has, and it's like people like to pay their own respects back of helping them, and other people see their asses, and it's like nothing wrong with it, you know, at the end of the day. But then you get people asking about that, though. They're the ones that go against it, all judgmental stuff all the time. I find that very funny, very funny. You know, it's like a bit ago when I did that, and something big came in, and it's like other people start going on about it, because it's like they're not seeing that, and it's like, well, maybe you should put some good ass energy out, and you might get it back from the universe, because the universe works in mysterious ways. Some days I think we have already won a little win. We info not only to save you, but we have already won. It's just playing out. It's like a massive big flipping theatre, showing people how it would have really gone and stayed in, but we're not staying in that. You know, even if people go, it's got to be seen, and it. What's the saying? Can't tell the people, you've got to show them. You can't tell the people, we know that. And the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. Stay in that energy. It's a sign of gratitude. It is a sign of gratitude, yeah, thank you. It's a sign of gratitude. You know, I've had that hate stuff for ages when people go, oh, I seen Dolly get sent. It's like, it's the energy you put out. Yeah, a sign of gratitude. Sign of gratitude. Sorry, I'm just reading. Yeah, you could grow your own. But you see, Alex, that's where it'll probably go in the end. Certain people are doing that, but that even makes me laugh, because people go on about so many different things at the minute. It's like, yeah, there will be communities and all that sort of stuff, but still, we're still in that thing of it's still being needed at the minute. People can't say they don't need it, because they do, because people are paying certain things at the minute, you know, at the minute, and till it sort of whatever happens. But you know, yeah, don't know. I'm not really good at doing that. I'm not really good at doing that. Yeah, you can eat weeds. You can eat you can, and you can eat like dandelions and stuff like that. You can make dandelion tea and all that sort of good stuff. So I remember I used to watch channels in America where they did all the garden, you know, with food, and there'll be things like that where people are probably just growing, you know, if they've got big gardens at the front, they can grow food, and people, you know, when they say free food, people take it, because they won't take too much, they'll just take what they need. All that stuff, you can do that all over. I said to someone the other day, I said, everyone can do that. Some people will say, oh, you need to be living in abroad, or you need to be doing this, or you need to be doing that with loads of fruit and all that. You can do it all over the world, and we can have things that make the weather better and all that. And you could do it all over the world, and it could be in your gardens. It could be, you could grow things up, bloody lampposts and everything. That's the way it could be. You can do gardens in water. There's so many different things, and we've seen it before. We know they have this technology, and you could be in a city centre. There's people who like the city. I don't particularly like the city, but there's people who like the city. They might want to stay there. People go, oh, you have to move out the country. Not necessarily. You can bring the country to the city. You've seen places where they've grown. They've done it near me actually. They've grown greenage. I don't know what you call it. Green stuff up hotels. They put trees in off the building. You can have the top of buildings with gardens on. You can make gardens in so many different places. Any areas that are just left can be grown into a garden, and I love it, because when I walk down the street and you see like something derelict, and there's 30 and 31, and you see validation, I love it when you see bits of weeds growing and flowers, and moss and ivy and stuff like that, because you're like, there's nature again. It'll grow anywhere. It'll come through concrete and everywhere. You know, if it's not weeded away or whatever, it'll come through. So everything can be grown everywhere. If we were off the planet, all that'd still be growing. It'd just grow over everything derelict, and it'd be beautiful. So it can be done, and we've seen it. You know, if anyone's watched them sort of videos, there's amazing things we can do, even in city centres. You know, patches of places can be turned into flower gardens or fruit trees or fruit gardens or whatever. It can all be like that. Oh yeah, bots do like to hear their names. Oh, they do. Oh, I keep getting them every day. I have to keep flicking them off, these bot things you go to, you know, and well, I don't go because it's a you know what channel, but it's like, oh, oh yes, it's getting all on. Oh yes, in the words of Chiron, yes, this time will equal the slow, uncomfortable change. Yeah, slow, uncomfortable change. It's going to be uncomfortable for some people. It's got to give people a chance to catch up, but it's going to be uncomfortable. It's not saying we're all going to be like, whoa. We're just knowing that as we see things changing and people getting in anger and people going through so much pain and stuff because people are, you just know that you can get back to yourself. You just know you can get back into your centre point and go back there. And do you know what I mean? If you know what I mean, I know what I mean. You'll get back in your balance. You'll get back in your balance. I am putting the kettle back on. You are putting the kettle back on. Permaculture, free food. Yeah, there's loads of that. We know it can be done at any time and quite quickly. So I believe that is what's coming in the now future now sort of thing. You know, and that so things can change, but they can still change in areas that people wouldn't think it would change. I believe it can, because it can. I've seen it. Yeah, but that's not what we're really talking about, Alex. You know, I'm getting a few people in who keep doing this, so I'm not going to be really looking at that energy there at the minute. Gotta get in the higher energy. That's just nothing. That doesn't really matter. It's all going to dissipate in the end. You're going to see a lot more of that, like we just said. Slow, uncomfortable change. Depends where your mindset's at. Depends where this is at. So, yes. Oh, don't worry about it, Top Cat. It's all right. It's all right. I don't mean like, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, mods, be careful with your spanners. I don't mean get out. Normally say taxi. It's just, I see a lot of that energy trying to come in, but I know what you mean as well. You know, that energy that's trying to come in. It's like, we're not talking about that. You know, we're not talking about that. But anyway, Dolly, do we need to load for a new drink? No, it was an accident. It's that thing where, yeah, it's all right. It's an accident. If Alex is there, it's an accident. It's just sometimes when I say that, people think I'm being struck out, or like it's hard to see through texts. So sorry, Alex. You're welcome back in. But I just mean personally, 30 and 31 there. Personally, we're not talking about that. Let's raise the vibrations. We're not talking about what the police are doing and all that. That's all going. That's all going. This is what I'm saying. Try not to focus on all of that. Yes, it's happening, but it's not really what you need to be focusing on. Because the more we focus on them things, the more we focus on that sort of stuff, people who are negative and all that sort of stuff, it keeps that negative. Yeah, I should have said, sorry, Alex, my bad. It's all right. It keeps us in that. It keeps us in that energy. You know, there's a lot of people who are out there that don't understand that, and we see them people coming, so it ain't going to affect us and it ain't going to pull us down, because we're stronger than that. Crystal pendulums. I've got a crystal pendulum. I heard metal or wood. One's more accurate in picking up emotions. No, I know you haven't been a mod before. Don't worry about it. I'm sure he'll be all right if he's listening. We get it. We get it sometimes. It's fine. It's fine. I normally shout, taxi. I don't think I've shouted that out for ages. But I'm loving it. I'm loving what's going on in the world right now. I know this sounds a bit mad. I'm loving, hi Amber's Alert, hello. I'm loving, I know this is going to sound really weird, but I'm loving, you know, the cards that I just pulled out before. I'm even loving people acting like that, the card that came out, because that means there's definite change coming. That means there's people who don't want to move from the crap energy to the good energy. They're all exploding, but they need to, because we've all been through that flipping breakthrough. They need to, because like I said, a lot of the energy and thoughts and things that are going about aren't people's energy and real thoughts. It's not really them. It's confusion of the energy that's going about at the minute. And there has been a change. And so even when I see that going on within people, I'm like, well, there's a contrast that I don't want to be. Let's move forward that way. So even though, like I've said, there's a lot of what people would say was bad out there and dividing and arguing and infighting blah, 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 on every level and everywhere in every situation, it's still beautiful because it means there's change coming, and there is. And I don't know if I'm explaining it well, but I love it. It's part of the divine plan because I just think it's what's needed. And when I see people losing the shit, I think, oh well, normally when people lose the shit, they have a bit of a fall, tower fall, and then they start waking up and working themselves up again to maybe a new them, which is brilliant. Yes, without conflict, no resolution. Yeah, and do a bit more reflecting of realizing. This is why I've said when you're angry about something, or like I say, these other people, they've got to reflect on what it is that's doing their head in, what's making them angry, and then think, is that really the what's the word? Is that really me thinking that? Or is it just something that I've not let go of? That I've not looked at and let go of? Is it something within me? Because normally the people who project are the ones that need to reflect, and they don't reflect. And we've got reflection before. They don't reflect. They blame everybody around them, which I've always said. I've always said that. Nothing new with anything I've said there. Wow, volcanoes, explosion. How? Oh yes, how I feel. Kind of something coming to head. Yeah, coming to head. So a lot of people are going to lose their minds, especially with what's coming, with other stuff that's coming. They're going to lose the shit because they're not going to believe what they're seeing and hearing. Oh my God, like that, they'll wake up. But there's also a lot of that energy going on within people right now that are losing the shit. They're not coming from the heart, because there's a lot of people out there say they're coming from the heart, they're all love and light, they're all this, that and the other, yet they're going around doing things that would never come from the heart. Judging and this, that and the other. They never come from the heart. So I find it hilarious. I'm like, oh my God, like people going on about the heart energy, yet they're not coming from the heart energy, because if they were coming from the heart energy, they wouldn't be doing the things they're doing, saying and acting, because we all know, to have great things coming in your life, you've got to do, act, speak, all those positive things. And if people are still not understanding why shit things are happening in their life, it's because they're not doing the work on putting that out every day. That's how the universe works. Like attracts like. Hello, lovely Dolly. There is a woman in a cottage on Ireland. I know. Is she called Beltane Cottage? I've shouted her out lots of times. I watch loads of people. I've shouted her out. Yes, you can leave a link. Yes, you can. Yes, she's beautiful. Yeah, there's a woman in a cottage. See, I know who you're talking about. She's Celtic and believes in goddess culture. Yes, because her goddess culture is absolutely brilliant. I've shouted her out a few times. If you haven't checked out Beltane Cottage, she's lovely. She's Irish. She's got the goddess permaculture. She just did that, planted trees in her. I mean, yes, she's got a lovely little cottage. She does that. She does a map and you can check round, and she's got a cat and a dog. And Finn was shouted out on her channel a few years back when he was about 2, because he used to watch it with me, and Jack the dog, the black and white collie dog, he was like, Jack. So I think when I commented, she gave a shout out to Finn, which was lovely. But yeah, I do watch her now and again. If you want to chill out to anything, you will absolutely love her walks in her garden every day that she does. So she gets lots of abundance back, because that's what she focuses on. This is the thing. The message is focus on yourself. She does that. It's beautiful to watch. She gets a lot back, and she sort of makes her finances that way, because it's beautiful. And some people might be jealous of that, but that's what she does. And she does the permaculture all on her own with her animals, and people can go there. I don't know if she does it now. Well, she won't be doing it now, but people used to go there and have a working holiday, and that's what she does. And this is why I say to people, you've got to focus on the thing that you love. She loves doing that, but she shows people what she's doing and shares it, because it's joyful. It calms people with the garden. Maybe people don't have gardens. They can look at her garden every day. You see the colours of the changing of the seasons, which is beautiful, and she talks through it, and she's lovely. And she shows inside a cottage and all that she's done to a cottage, and it's beautiful. So please check that out, Beltane Cottage. And this is what I'm saying to people: if you're into something, And you can focus on the thing that you're in, whatever that is, creating whatever it is. Whether you don't have to be on YouTube doing it, but wherever you're doing that and focusing on it, the more you stick with the consistency of that, things will start to come in for you. And the more you're doing it from heart and joy and love, and you're actually doing it because it's a thing you want to do and a thing that you're passionate about, gradually, if you keep doing it, you most likely will see the abundance through it, because it's something that you really enjoy. If you're just doing it because you're just only trying to make money, and it's not really, I've said this before, it's not really something you want to do, it's just because, oh yeah, well, that person's doing it, makes loads of money, so I'm just going to do that because that, if it's not really coming from the heart, you're not going to get up every morning and enjoy doing that thing, of whatever that thing is, because we're all different. It's going to, in the end, probably not work out because it's not really something that has come from the heart. It's just something that you're thinking, oh yeah, it'll just it'll just do that, but it's not really, if it comes from the heart and it's something you absolutely love doing, you're gonna want to get up in the morning and do it every day, and this, that, and the other. And shining your light is, you can shine your light anyway. It doesn't mean you have to be in something new. You could be still in, say, a job where some people might go out, oh, I couldn't do that job, and you might be like, well, I love this job, because I get to talk to people. And when I'm at work, you could be somebody just working in, for instance, Morrison's on the till, but instead of being miserable, you could just be shining your light out to people on the till, because you're having that you're having that contact, which we are beings that love to have social contact, and you're just being happy to people, and you're shining your light, and you're being joyful on the till. I've been to people's tills where, you'll know this, you get to know who's what, and sometimes you don't know. If you're not being aware, you'll just go to the till and go, oh no. I remember once going to a till and I wasn't aware of what I was doing, and I went to the till and I got in the queue and I couldn't get out, and I thought, oh no, not this person on the till. This person takes forever. They're dead miserable. There was this guy who was just dead miserable, and I just used to think, oh no, why have I got on this till? I would have gone to that till over there. Or a till is where you pay money at the till. Are you American? At the till? The cashier thing? The cashier? Or I've been to some people where I go, oh, I'm going over there because I like that woman over there. She's dead friendly and she's dead chatting. There's one that always talks to Finn, and you know what I mean? So you can be shining your light anywhere. It doesn't mean that you have to go and find a new passion. You could just be at the job you are, and you've just decided that you're going to start pumping this light out. There was a story that I told a bit ago. Yeah, I can't remember what it was, where someone had gone to work and they used to hate the boss. And they used to try and run away from the boss all the time because they always tried to get them to do work, and they were like, oh no, and 30 and 31. But in the end, as they were doing more work on themselves, they went into work and said, I'm going to test this. They started talking to the boss. They started not running away from the boss. They started being in all this different new energy. The boss started saying, oh, what's up with you? So the boss started talking. They started getting on. The boss wasn't always giving the crappy jobs out to him. And things just changed. The dynamics changed because that person decided to change and not think that the boss was all bad and the boss was doing this mindset. And things began to change. And they ended up liking the job better than they did before, and realising the job weren't as bad as what they thought it was. They were just putting that thought out that, I hate work, I hate doing this, I hate doing that. But when they started getting up in a different frequency, things changed, and they actually loved talking to the people at work and putting that frequency out because it was affecting everybody else. And then more and more people became a bit more happy at the work, and it wasn't that place of like, dread in the morning. If you get what I'm saying, you can do that anywhere. You could be one on the till. It's like people who work in I don't know, say a restaurant, and they get tips, for being more pleasant when they're going over to the customer. That's the same thing. If you're there with a load of like, hi, no, I don't mean annoying, but you probably will get more tips to someone who's being miserable, rude and everything. So it's the same thing out in your life. If you think you're not a light worker out there, oh, you are. All you have to do is shine your light wherever you are at the minute. Even if you don't like your job, just shine your light out wherever you are. Don't let things get you down. See it with a different perspective and shine it out, and things will change a little bit. And the more you do it, little things will start changing to make it bigger things. And you'll realise maybe the people around you aren't as bad as what you thought. It's just because, if you're giving a frequency out of a bit of like resistance, they will too. We're just energy, giving and receiving, giving and receiving. You give out, you will receive back what you put out. That's how it works. So test it. It's always a nice surprise when you get a friendly cashier. Yeah, it is a nice surprise when you get a friendly cashier. So, and that's where normally, if you're aware and not getting distracted by other things, you might look around for that cashier because you think, oh yeah, I like that cashier. If that cashier's on, they're friendly, and you'll gravitate more to them, resonate. So you'll gravitate more to them. If you get what I'm saying, then that's how life works. So you'll gravitate to some people and not gravitate to others because some people might like the morbid people. I don't know. Some people might like the people who are probably miserable because like attracts like. Miserable people attract miserable people and like to sit in miserable energy because they all like talking about miserable stuff. Do you know what I mean? People who are uplifted like to talk about uplifted stuff. That's why normally people who are miserable normally have miserable people dangling around them. They're the same sort of, resonance. You can see that in different places, and they'll sort of like converse about the same boring things of like, doom and gloom and stuff like that. That's what I see anyway. Hi, Mandy. Yes, and these friendly cashiers make the day for a lot. Yeah, and you think about old people who go out, who don't get out a lot, especially in these times. Their day can be made up by just the person on the cashier speaking to them and being friendly. There was a woman who was following me around the other week she was following me around in Morrison's in the supermarket because I was with my fellow. He'd gone off to get something. I was looking for some Himalayan salt or something. I don't know what I was looking for. And this woman said hi, and she had a mask on and everything. I didn't, but she said hi and I said hi, and then she was waffling on about something. So I was just saying, oh yeah, blah blah. I was just being pleasant. And then I went down one aisle and she came down that aisle. She was older, but she she was like following me because then when I turned around, she followed me again because she was talking to me. But she said, "Oh, it's nice to be nice." And I just thought obviously she's not spoke to someone for a bit, so I was speaking to her. She sort of followed me around. And then my fellow was like, "She following you?" I went, "Yeah." It was something like. And then in went. She just walked off and went, "It's nice to be nice, thank you," and just walked off. But do you know what I mean? So you don't have to be on YouTube. You don't have to be doing some big energy thing, even though a lot of people are. Your energy you're putting out. If you think you're a light worker, no matter where you are, working as a cashier, working as a waitress, whatever it is, if you're putting out that energy to people, no matter if people are disconnected, then good energy. That's light work. That's helping others. That's being nice to people. That's being kind. Than rather sitting there. Your day is going to go more miserable and slower if you're just being a misery ass all your life and everything's doom and gloom and your day will go faster if you're being more fun and positive and having a laugh with people and having fun. Like I said, evil is the energy when you're not living, because that's the word the other way around. When you start to live, you're not living in that suppression of yourself. You're living. So you need to find what your live energy is, which is love, which is the things that you love to do and the thing that brings you joy. The thing that brings you joy, that's what you need to do more of. Wherever you can fit that in. If you can only fit it in for 10 minutes, if, it's like relaxation. Oh, I ain't got time. I've got kids. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. 10 minutes in the bath. Chill out. Read a book. I'm going to go and read a bit of a book in a bit. I'm going to go and chill out. You know, Indeed, Rainbow, it's unfair that some have not much while others have super luxury. Yeah, then people with super luxury like that, that's where they're just flashing the money around of like, I remember there was a programme on TV a few years ago when I was watching TV, and it was just people flashing the money about. I mean, these rich people, we're not talking about normal people, where they were buying thousands of dollars and thousands of pounds on bloody gold leafed truffles or gold leaf fucking oranges, just something absolutely ridiculous because they could, because they had that money. And it's like, yeah, but that money that you've just spent thousands on, you could have been making more wells in another country that you've been taking from, because we all know certain charities and certain UN stuff and all that say that they make certain things in other countries. Oh, look, we've made a well, yeah, one well and 3 houses. No, you haven't done. You just put that out to the news saying you've done it when you haven't. And that basically is them taking the piss. Oh, I've got a golden leafed truffle or a golden leafed leaf or a golden leafed apple, and I've paid thousands for it that these people are making. It's like absolutely ridiculous. But it's like I say, if you're in any creativity coming from the heart and it's heartfelt, homemade, handmade, all that sort of stuff, it's beautiful. So, pleasant is percent. Oh, it can be, yeah, it can be. I'm having a gold leaf truffle with my cuppa right now. Is your gold leaf truffle going with your gold leaf cup? You know what I mean, though? I've seen them programs and you're just like, you know, that's ridiculous. But that's how I think they take the mick at the end of the day. They do take the mick. It's like taking the mick out of all us. Like they're like, well, oh, hi, Archangel Ariel. Say hello, everybody in the house. So, yeah, it's just that message that I'll keep putting out. You're here to shine your light. You're here to raise from that. Whether that's people, energy, places, or whatever it is, you're here to raise your vibrations. You're here to do what you came to do, which is to live in joy. And there's a lot of people here helping on earth to help people raise the vibrations and come away from certain stuff, like I said. And I will say again, it looks like shit that's going on in the world, and there is shit going on in the world, and it's not saying it's not real, because it is, but in a sense, it it's a thing that has to be done because it's the plan, the divine plan. It's the shift. Like I said, we're going in the age, we're rippling in. It doesn't just go like that into the age of Aquarius. It's the spiritual age. We've been through many ages, through these cycles of the ages. We've seen many different ages. This is the spiritual age. So there's no getting away from it, no matter what you see. There's no getting away from it. You can't get away from it. So even though things look shit and people are being shit out there, they're going to be shit for a little bit. Like I said, the exploding the minds. Really in the now with what's going on with other people's energy that are lifting it, it's changing. And it will do, because it can't not, because it's the age of Aquarius. It can't be stopped. They out there, the Matrix, the ones that put the false Matrix up, the media and all that go along with all that, they're the ones that put the illusion out to tell us that something's this, that, and the other. You know, that's all going to fall as well. They're the illusionists. See right through that, though, don't we? So, put the kettle on, but I didn't want the tea no more. Maybe just the hot water. I think the wealthiest, trendy people are silly figures at the best. Oh, God, yeah, they are. Not all of them, but yeah, definitely. Great positive vibes here. Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a chat on these at some point. I'm going to be doing a chat on them. Dolly is always positive and kind. Yeah, I always try to be. You know, sometimes I get a bit triggered in chat if sometimes it looks a bit like something's going on. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it just looks like it is, because it's trying to read and remember what I'm saying at the same time. You know, and I do personally get rid of people if they're being idiots. But, you know, if people are offended, that's because they're offended by the energy that they're in. If they're not offended, then that's all right. But, you know, it's all about the energy, isn't it? People, that's what other people don't understand out there. They go, oh, you got rid of, I don't mean the person before, you got rid of this and got rid of that. And it's like, yeah, because some people try and come in, as we know, in different areas of things in your life, even on YouTube, to try and pull that energy down. And they try to distract and stuff. So we know that. Lots of love in this room. Yeah, definitely. So, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of love in this room, and there's a lot of people out there that absolutely hate it, and I think it's hilarious. You know, they think that people with positive channels, when they have positive people talking, is a bad thing. This is that energy again, and it's like, yeah, but these are the people you're supposed to talk about, the energy that's moving. It's like, well, it's moving because you can see it. You know, keeping the frequencies up. That's what we're doing. That's how it changes. You know. Anyone want to ask me a couple of questions before I go? Not anything daft, just, I don't know, anything to do with hair or my spirituality or anything that you may have seen on my channel of late, you know, not anything daft, but I know all of you in chat are not, you know, not like that, so meaning anything rude. Anybody wants to ask me anything? Q&A with Dolly. Anybody? Oh yeah, I believe that McDonald's. I believe that what's his face? Jamie Oliver's just won a court case with McDonald's, aren't he? Saying it's a pile of crap, which we all know that. Yeah. Well, I know you do, so you can just stay quiet, can't you? I will only answer, you know, if it's clean. I know. I'm like Medusa. Anyone comes near me, it's like, yeah, yeah. I'll try and shush anybody. Mm-hmm. Yeah, thanks, Jane. Thanks for coming in. Thank you. You see, you're just all showing your love. Look at all them flowers, hearts, hands, everything. Everyone getting on. Nobody knows who really anybody looks like or is or does or works as, but you're all getting on. So that just proves the point, doesn't it? Everyone's thinking they're like, No, just thanks everyone. Yeah, heart. See all the energy going in chat there. Oh, thank you, Javis. See, thanks. Soon as I came in, you were helping with what I needed to know. Brilliant. I don't know what that was, but there you go. And that's why people go to other people's channels and people resonate with certain people's channels, and you go around and you know, resonate with who you resonate with. Thank you. Thanks. Soon I can. Oh yeah. Oh, we didn't say anything. So some mornings I wake up with a cool, snappy tune in my head. A thought come through. Perhaps this is the way I play coming back from dream world. Yeah, maybe. I get a lot of that when a song comes in and you sing it out loud. It's like, oh yeah, I love that song. It's like, keeping that frequency, ascending into our higher selves. Do we need to stop smoking cigarettes? Well, there's that thing in it. I think there's a lot of that, like, you know, you've got to be eating this or you're not got to be smoking that, you're not got to be doing this. And I do believe maybe we do in the end, but I think because we're all working through certain things at the minute within our bodies and without our bodies and all that. No, I don't think anyone's at that. There might be people that are really at the true state of like, oh my God, I'm so perfect. You know what I mean? And if we've got time to catch up, I just do believe certain things will naturally drop off anyway. I believe, you know, that you've not got to worry about it too much. I remember someone saying a bit ago, they went, I'm not giving up, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was a sandwich, coffee or something. They said, not just yet. I will do. I think they said next year in a couple of years, blah, 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 but I will do. So I don't worry about that because I think if this is clear, everything else will fall into place in the end anyway. But I'd rather have this first, you know. But there's people doing it as well. So it's just like whatever. I wouldn't worry about it too much. I think it would just naturally. Or is it the way you think of a frequency? If you see something as bad, it's bad. And if you don't, you don't. You know, there's that sort of thing going on as well. Hi, Dolly. Great work as always. Keep it up. Thank you, Andrew. And thank you for putting that comment in there. Sorry, I'm just trying to read. I promised I would have a bunch of questions if you weren't asking. Ah, I'm a chat box. I'm a chat box too. You're in the Yakata family. This is what we call this family. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone. Bye, Claudia. Enjoy your oils as well. I'll have to get some new ones out, different ones. Grateful for the vibes this evening. Thank you, CJ. It's nice to see you in as well. Hang on, I'm still trying to read. Sisters Boogie Woogie Boogie Boy of the company band. Boogie Woogie Woogie of the company band. I'm mild cigarette smoker. Do I think God hates me? No, but we will reap what we sow. Yeah, you know. I don't actually really think, in my mind, there is all that stuff, oh yeah, you should be eating this, you should be doing that, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, do you really think, in a sense, in a way, that doesn't even matter, is what's in here. What your true intentions are of what you want to put out in the world is more than any of that anyway. So like I said, I've known people who do stuff, say they're this, say they're that, say they don't eat that, they don't do this. You know, oh, I'm all natural. And some of these people are quite nasty. So how does that work out to somebody who is maybe doing the things that they say was wrong and they're beautiful inside and they're always helping people, yet they may be covered in makeup, wearing high heels, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? So do you know what I'm saying? It's all what's really within, as we all know. So, but yeah, I'm sure it helps. But, you know, if that's what we're meant to do, it will naturally just do that. I do believe anyway. She lives downstairs. Who lives downstairs? Yeah, in that sense, do you know what I'm saying? It's laughable because it's like you could do this and that makes you feel like that. But then again, we're all different. You have to do what's right for you or within balance or whatever. But didn't we came here to experience things as well? But we know they put shit in things anyway, so it could have been good, and they put crap in things anyway, so who knows? There's all that sort of stuff. That's why I just think, oh, well, if you can change it by your frequency and your higher frequency, I think things that you can change it with your higher frequency anyway, because you'll hear people going, oh, they did this and they did that, but they have never been ill. Maybe it's because they had a higher frequency compared to people who go, oh, they were really healthy and they did that, but the frequency was crap. And then you hear that they've passed away and they're like, well, they were the most healthiest person. They might have been healthy in their body, but were they healthy with the up here and what frequency were they in, if you get what I'm sort of saying. Your messages always resonate and are so beautiful. I so would love to see some more artwork from you. Oh, you will do. I'm always showing me artwork. I show me artwork quite a lot. I've just sent a massive painting off today. That was a big drama I was having this morning because it was massive and I've never wrapped one that big before. It was like up here and I had to wrap it in bubble wrap. And if you want to see any of my artwork, it's over on Flowers and the Fae on Instagram. There's not any new stuff gone up yet, but I do cards and all sorts of different things. Cards, jewellery, paintings, whatever just comes into mind. That's what I'm doing at the minute. Which I've got to get back on that over there. There's some other stuff. I've had bits of, what else? I've had bits of bags and stuff, but it's mainly jewellery. Paintings and stuff like that. And handmade cards and stuff like that, so... Love you all so much. Infinite blessings and gratitude. Yes, Patricia. What's your favourite hobbies, Dolly? Well, as if you can't tell, doodling. Doodling. He's always there with a 111. Love, light and blessings to you. Oh yeah. Doodling. My little doodles. You know, my books. Painting. I've got so many. I just can't. Painting. Doodling. Painting. Creating, basically. Creating anything. Jewellery making, chatting, getting out in nature, gardening when I can do a bit of it. I need to start doing that. There's just loads, just anything creative, anything. But my favourite, can't really pick a favourite. It's just anything creating with my hands and I do love my drawing. I do love my drawings. Just anything. I've made cushions. I've made bags. I've made purses. I've made headbands. I've made jewellery. I've made cards. I'm trying to think. I've made candles. I've made soap. I've made... trying to think. There's loads. Homemade, handmade journals, books. Just empty journals. I like flower pressing. I'll show you one of my... Rachel picks, who's normally in chat. This is for when she comes to pick this up because of, you know, the whole COVID thing that we all know is a load of rubbish. But she comes and picks this up next time she sees me, which she will. It's on the top of my wardrobe. I know there's a few of you in chat who've actually had these and ordered them when I was doing them, but handmade meditation cushions or whatever cushions you want to use them for. And this is Rachel Pixies, and it's handmade. handmade cushions, but that's just sitting on the top of my wardrobe ready for when Rachel comes to visit me again and pick a coat up that she left about nearly 2 years ago, whatever it was, no, 2 years ago, I don't even know when it was, whenever it was. And that is an actual subscriber that I actually met in the flesh at a meeting that me and Roxanne the Globalist and I did when we did our meet-up, and that was the first time I met Rachel, and she actually stayed at my house, and yeah, she ordered one, and it's just sitting there waiting for when she comes back. But and here's Sue Clark as well, who's been with me from the beginning. Hi Effie, hi Daddy, looks like we'll be watching the replay. Yes. Yes. So it's just anything creative, and I never sort of stay in one thing because I get so like, ooh, that's exciting. That's exciting. But like I said, I do love my yeah, I just love creating, but I do love my little paintings and things that I just, do. And I can't really pick one. I can't really pick one at the minute. Thank you. Yeah. I had a bit of a thing when I went through the cushions and that, but not been out to sort of get that sort of material in because it was recycled and stuff, and because certain places aren't open, I couldn't do it. So went a bit quiet with that. But yeah, just trying to think. Oh, and then do you know what I was thinking? I remember thinking that big elephant picture I did, I thought was the biggest painting I ever did, and then I thought no, it wasn't. When I had my son, my eldest son, who's 22 this year, when he was a baby, I went to his nana's who used to live in Spain, and she had a garage, a big wooden garage, and she said, can you paint a big, what is it, a memorial thing on there? And I was like, what do you want me to paint? And I remember painting a massive sunflowers all the way up and over this double garage in the heat on a ladder, which was boiling. And I thought, oh, actually, that was the biggest painting I ever did in my life. And I forgot about that, and I was like, and there were sunflowers as well, which I was like, yes. And yeah, and it just went a sunflower up each side, and they met in the middle in these like double arches of this like wooden outside car garage thing, carport thing, whatever you call it. But yeah, so that was good. Just remembering all these things like, And then I remember doing this drawing when I was younger for school, where we had to do a repeat pattern, and I remember doing it was actually a big mandala, and I'm thinking, oh yeah. My little one's 22. Oh, is your little one 22 this year? Yeah. 22 and 6, so yes. What would be a dream? That would be a dream. Yeah, I find it so tricky to wrap big paintings, saved cardboard, and that's what I did. I saved this cardboard, and then I was wrapping it and putting edges on and everything, and I was wrapping it in bubble wrap, and oh my god, it was a pain in the ass because it was that big. I was like well stressed this morning. I was like nearly sweating doing it. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, the elephant painting, everyone loved that. If anyone doesn't know, I'll get a picture up of it now. But that's gone to its new home today. So that's my drama this morning, was trying to wrap that. I've never wrapped anything that big. So like I said, I do prefer, I just prefer little smaller paintings. And I will be getting some new paintings out soon of a different sort of thing. And I'll let you know. I have to have a gallery tour. So, where is... I will show you. My favourite hobby is laying on the bed, relaxing in silence and meditating. Yeah, each to their own. I love that as well. I love sitting on this bed. This is why I was here. When the sun goes around the front of the house, and I just love looking at the sun go down. I just love watching the sunset. So, let me see. So, oh. Right. Let me see if I can find my elephant picture. Elephant picture. This is what I say about consistency. There's been consistency of my channel of what I put out. There's consistency on my Instagram of what I put out. You know, you can tell in people's artwork what a person is. You can't tell the size of it, but it was massive. And this was the elephant picture. If I can get in the right light, that was my elephant picture. And it was a big one, biggest one. So yeah. So yeah, there's nothing new over there. There's some earrings that have gone up. There's still some of those earrings left. There's some of my drawings on there. There's some bits I still need to finish off. Obviously, Finn's been off school and he's not back till next week. So when Finn's off, I get distracted with Finn and I don't get to do as much, obviously, when Finn's at home. So if things go quiet, it's just obviously because that's why. That's why, and I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff. That was what I was doing today as well. We were spring cleaning, because that's spring cleaning within yourself and your home and everything. So I said to Finn, we've got to get stuff out. Thank you. We've got to get stuff out of your bedroom that you don't play with or use anymore. You know what kids are like. And spring clean your bedroom a bit. So we did that. Chucked that out. There's a few more bits that need shushing about, because I like it. It shushes the energy about, you know, and moving bits of furniture, and it sort of shushes your energy up with that spring clean. With spring clean within yourself is spring now in the air, and the Passover and the resurrection of the whole energy with Easter. We all know we're being resurrected. If you're not being resurrected in your light, in your truth, this is what it's all about now, moving forward. It's a resurrection of you again. Are you going in a new cycle? And as I'm saying, this is 33 in the house. Are you going in a new cycle of resurrection? Of resurrection, your new self, the higher self that you want to be, the one that you're working towards, of being a better person every day with the words and with the actions and the thoughts that you're putting out. That's what we're here to do. If you're not, good luck. Because like attracts like. So I love the elephant paint. Thank you, thank you. Dolly, are there things getting a little better in the UK? Spring is like, yeah, I mean, personally, Effie, I've not really had any sort of confrontation or resistance, because it's not the energy I'm in, and I've still been doing what I normally do, and I've been going out. I don't mean I've been going out, not that I went out a lot anyway, as in pubs and stuff, but I've still got out to forests and had bonfires and had barbecues with other friends, and still gone to see friends, and went to see my mum at weekend in Wales, and there's nobody standing on any borders anywhere or anything, which there never was. Personally, in my realm, there never has been. And I've not really stopped doing what I was doing. You know, and even if it was like, you know, like, oh, you can't go anywhere, it's like, well, get in your garden, get on the park, sit in the sun, look at the flowers, breathe in the air, look at the sun, enjoy the sun, look at things differently, go for a walk. So yeah, but in a sense of the other stuff going on, there's more people waking up. There's more. I've seen people moving away from certain areas and coming up more my way, which I'll talk about at some point. Loads of different things, but no, not perfect. Yeah, fine. You know, so I'm sure there's a few things that are going to come soon that are going to hit the UK. Wakey down. Yes, it helps with the energy. Yeah, and it helps with the energy, because the new energy that's coming in, the spring energy, putting a spring in your step, the new energy that's coming in, going towards summer, dark to light, it's helping a lot, and the sun does help people feel better. So when people feel better, they're better up here in the minds of consciousness than they were in the dark, and that's just sort of that, you know, thing of back in the dark, you know, people weren't seeing a lot of stuff in the news and stuff, but they are beginning to see stuff dark to light. So all that's going on. Yep, Dolly, you've said that from the beginning. I love that you stood in your truth. Thank you, Effie. I did, and I have, and, you know, I have stood in it. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, I know, Archangel Michael. It'll be there. It's here. It'll be here now, like, be like, light energy, PayPal, the show. So, yeah, anyway, so I'm going to go, because I'm just waffling on with myself now. I don't think there's anything. What day is it? Tuesday. Oh my God, it's Tuesday. I've just realised something. What planets ruled by Tuesday? That's hilarious. It's come up again. Oh my God. It's hilarious. It is hilarious. It's hilarious. It's so funny. This is what I say about ruling states of consciousness, your states. You know, we have a lot of energies. We have a lot of energy from the planets as well. You know, maybe some people are into that or not. Doesn't really matter, but we do. They affect us as well. Thank you. And does anybody know what day rules Tuesday? Because it cracks me up. It cracks me up, and I've just popped into my head then and thought, no. Anybody? Ooh, yeah. Anybody know? Do you want me to tell you? Tuesday is the day of assertion and action. Tuesday is the day associated with Mars. Now, the energy of Mars does hold competition, survival mode, strength, capacity for action, courage and daring, anger, fighting spirit energy, conflict. That's why sometimes on a Tuesday, don't get involved with conflict because it will drag you down. But I've seen a lot of that today. That's funny, isn't it? But got to be careful on a Tuesday because there's that energy again of competition and survival. People thinking they're in competition with other people. People in survival mode instead of thrival. We're not in lack. We're in abundance. And the more you think like that, the more you'll be in it. If you think you're in lack, then you'll be in lack because that's how the universe works. So I always normally remember on a Tuesday, don't get involved in any people's shits, because it's a Tuesday Mars day. But there can be action behind things, meaning focus on what you love doing and put the action behind in what you love doing, whatever that is, and go do that. Keep your business on your business, your mind on your business. And, no one else should have their nose in anybody else's business. So, yeah, the planets affect our energies as well. And that's why people will go, they'll say people go a bit thingy on a moon day, or people will go a bit, I've seen a lot of that energy today. So, yeah, it does match up with certain things. So just thought I'd chuck that out there because it just came in. Now, Mars. Friday's Venus, I think, and Fridays, that's a good day to be like relaxing if you finish work and giving yourself a bit of self-love and remembering to love yourself because that's what it's all about, firstly. So before I go, I'm going to give you all a self-care, the sacred self-care card because that's what we need. It's what we need. You should be looking after yourself in your realms of consciousness. Keep your realms elevated no matter what. Doesn't matter what happens in your life, you just keep elevating it. So, let's go. Let's see what we get. I was wrong some days. Somebody played The Price is Right. What was Price is Right, hon? I can't remember. Right, we've got quite a few cards, so let's see what we've got. We've got 4 cards. We've got create art. Well, I do create art. Maybe you want to get into art or create something. You want to get into creating something. It might not be for you. Oh, number 17. Because we are creators. We're creating all the time. We're creating states of matter by what we think, do and say. So you could want to create. This might help you, relax, calm down, self-card. This is what I do. My form of meditation is doodling and drawing. Some people's might be sat meditating. Mine's normally, things come through me, through my drawings and stuff. That's what keeps me in a centre point. The next card. Health checkup. You can check that out yourself. You can give yourself a lot of love. You might not be wanting to go to the doctors at the bit, might be trying to give you a jib jab, but more this is the energy of checking in on yourself. Are you feeling okay? Are you feeling healthy? What's making you feel a bit off? Can you check into that? You could go for, other health checkups might be able to help you with certain holistic stuff going on, but we have got to check into our bodies and how we're feeling. You could see it that way of if we're tuning in them points, we might be able to work out what it is that's bugging us, which I've always said before. Create art. You're just trying to get me to finish yours. Haha, yeah. Oh no, take all, I know what it's like. Rainbow Wizard, I know what it's like. As soon as someone says something like, oh God, got against this, and then it's like you don't want to do it. When you're just doing it freely, you're just like la la la. Anyway, 53. Use your hands. Well, what did I just say before when you said what's my favourite thing? I love creating anything with my hands because source comes through my hands. I put it together. I love creating anything from my hands. So using your hands, you could be I don't know what she's doing here actually. You could be doing pottery. I think this is, I'm not sure. Ceramics. You could be you got the goddess symbol up here. You could be oh yeah, it's ceramics. She's doing it ceramics. She could be learning new skills. Pottery. Anyone into pottery? I'd love to do that actually. Maybe it's one thing I'll get into at one point because, like I said, you can get to learn things, and then when you've mastered that, we're mastering things. We're learning to master things. You might want to go and master something else. You don't have to be the one thing. Hi, Ricardo. I'm going in a minute. You don't have to be a master of one thing. Like, oh, I only do this, therefore I can't go and do that because somebody. It's like, no. If when you've mastered that, go and do something else. And then when you've done that, go and do something else. When we master our different realms of consciousness, we move up or sideways or whatever, and we master another one and another, and that's how it is, and that's how we learn. And we've still got 33, and then it just changed. And then the last one is abundance planning. Well, abundance planning is, to me, it's brilliant to write down things, write affirmations, all sorts of stuff. But abundance planning, you could say, is the planning of your day, the first thing in the morning of what you're thinking about, what you're doing, and what you're saying. Give thanks, give gratitude in the morning and at night time. Say out loud that I see, miracles happening every day, this, that, and the other. Put that out there. That's your planning of abundance every day. And every time you fall, because you probably will, or a thought might come in, you might think, oh, I don't know. Just change that thought to something positive and say, thank you, but no, thank you. This is what I'm going to think today. This is what I'm going to put out. As I've said before, we do get distracted by our kids and certain things going on, but just remember to get back into that centre point of self and do that. Totally spot on today, Dolly, Miss Dolly. Thank you, cool Nick. So I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going, folks. Time to close. Well, I'm going too. What time is it? Oh, it's 9:30. I've been on since 7. So there you go. So if you just come in, Ricardo, you might have to go back. It makes me laugh. When I go in, someone comes in, I always go, they go, hi, and I go, bye. So anyway, just keep doing it. Keep your head out of the news. We're being aware. There's certain things going on with boats and stuff, and we're all like, no, we're just being aware, but we're still pumping the positivity out. We don't have to go in freak mode, fear mode, lack mode, shouty, scared, fight mode, fear mode. Basically, we're not in that. We're not in that energy. We're not in that energy. We're here to get out of that energy and show people to stay in the good ass energy. Might do pottery someday. Yeah, I felt like that, Anna Marie. It's just one of them things. Like, at one point I probably will want to experience a few. All the stuff I want to experience. Why not? We're not just one thing. We're many, and we've all got talents. And you've just got to hone your talent. You've got to hone your talent, as I've said and said and said for a few years. Hone your talent, find what you love and go do it. Or try something new. And if you don't like it, try something else. It's fine. But whatever makes you happy. Ordinary bear. Thank you, Dolly, everyone, always. Yeah, so I'm going to go now. Thanks, everyone, for coming in chat. I love that energy in chat. Yeah, and if you would like to make a coffee donation, my PayPal's there. Effie's just put that in. Or there is a super chat. That's up to you. I'm just not up at your back. Well, that's just there for people who need it. Do or don't, that's fine either way. But yeah, so thanks all for coming in. That energy today is amazing. I can see all the little emojis and everyone getting on, and it's beautiful, and I love it. That chat's beautiful. You can feel the energy. So before we go, I'm going to give you a bit of a ding dong of a good ass energy. Are you ready? 3 taps of this, I think. 3 is the magic number. So you ready? $33 still in. 34 when I said 34. Went to 34 when I said 33. Sorry about the lighting today, but yeah. You need to pee, you can go now. And I've had, before I go as well, I've had confirmation of people that there's other people that would like to come on the show, because we did the little interview with Rainbow Wizard, which you helped me out with that. There's other people in chat that said they'd like to come on, so I think maybe within the next week or something, I'll try and sort that out with that, because it's beautiful. Sharing is caring, just about other people and things, not just me speaking. Yeah, and we'll try that, and we'll see, and then maybe other people might want to come on. You know, if I've seen you in here, and I realise that you might someone who's been in here, and maybe want to come over and chat. Don't have to be on camera. I mean, it's nice to see people not being fit, but you don't have to be. You can just be on, profile, picture thing. But yeah, talk about that again. I'll come in for a bit if you have me on. Oh, I would have you on, Ricardo, because we had that, that thing where I said, it was like, you know what I'm talking about. Come in. But, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I can do the StreamYard stuff. Yeah, the stream. Yeah, I think, yeah, is that what I did it on? Did it on stream? Yeah, that. So I could get people through by sending them an email and bringing them through. And it just helps me learn on there because, I never know what I'm doing. Half the time, we're just winging it. Winging it. Oh, my pooch's ears are pricking up. Ah. Oh, are they? with the tuning. So, yeah, I'd scare everyone away. Ah, well, like I said, no, people don't have to be on camera if they don't want to be. They can just be on the actual profile picture because, that's fine. Each to their own, and whatever they feel comfortable with, is fine. It's fine if anyone would like to do that. You can always comment after this, not on here now, but comment after, and then I'll know I could write your names down. It has to be people that I've seen in a little while and I know who you are, I can get people in. And that'd be great. I'm learning by winging. Yeah, wing it is the best way. Winging it. So, learning to grow our wings, aren't we? Earth angels out there. So, who is we? Yeah, and I think I can probably get more than one person in anyway, I'm assuming. So, you never know. There could be a couple of us or whatever. It could be a round table. So, yeah, of whatever. So, we'll just see. We'll see. I'll mention that again and I'll try that. I'm not like putting a date on it, things happen, and like I said, Finn's off school at the minute, so I mean, yeah, good, yeah, it could be Archangel, you've got the Archangels in, it could be you guys as well, but at the minute Finn's not back in school till next Tuesday, so I'll see. But if anyone wants to comment after in the chat after when this uploads again, let us know. Yeah, we can do a few. Yeah, so it'd be interesting because we're all talking about different things but similar things, but it is all part of the thing that's going on, and that's why, we're all sort of resonating, talking about similar things, because that's what's going on around the world with the awakening and the awakening within ourselves and the frequency that we're moving to with this, age of Aquarius and new earth energy, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing to me. Blessings to Dolly and all on chat from Australia. Just woke up. Oh, Leona. Well, is it Leona? I'm going now, so you're going to have to go back to the beginning. But anyway, as I said, yeah, you do your hair next time. Exactly. Never mind. Mine's been, yeah, next time I'll give you leeway so you can do it on Zoom, I think, up to 3 people. Is otherwise cost monthlies. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I did it on StreamYard. You can do it on StreamYard through your, whatchamacallit, email. I think that's how I did it. Something like that. Anyway, different perspectives. Change the stories is what we are about. Yeah, different perspective. And exchange of stories is what we're about. Yeah, and the funny thing is, because people have different perspectives, but when we put it all together, it's sort of the same similar thing, just different experiences. But yeah, watched big week apparently. Yeah, I believe it's a big week. I mean, like I said, we've gone through the Passover, we've gone through the resurrection energy. That's all coming in. So I do believe there's things, even if the news are not reporting certain stuff, we know this. So keep trucking, people. That's all I can say. Keep trucking. Keep doing this from here. As long as you're doing stuff from here, nothing can affect you in that sense of these darker energies can't affect you when you're working more in your heart light, because it just doesn't. They try, but if you know who you are and you know where you're really working from, if you get what I'm saying, it just doesn't work. You see that energy coming, see it straight off. So yeah, it'd be nice to see people's faces, and yeah, anyone who wants to, and if you don't, that's fine as well. Maybe you'll build up to, maybe, whatever. But yeah, thank you, Mandy. So yeah, it's looking outwardly in. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, bring it on. Exactly. So I'm gonna go now because I'm gonna chill out. There's a bit of, I might do some doodling or a bit of reading or go and chill out or whatever. And I will see you. Don't know what day it is. Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm not really sure. And hopefully I'm doing something good this weekend, so I don't know what I'll be doing. But I will just give you a heads up on Did it say it's Tuesday today? Never remember what day it is. On Wednesday is Mercury. So Mercury's all about communication and learning. So you've got language, communication, learning ideas, youth, exchange, education, siblings, thoughts, opinions, mind. So all that sort of energy. Mind your mind. Communication. It's good to communicate tomorrow. Learning new things, ideas, education. You might want to be educating yourself in something. Youth, maybe be around youth, whatever. Exchange and siblings, all that sort of good energy. The energy of Mercury is communication and learning. So, get your learning in on stuff that you want to maybe learn. It could be, different crafts or something like we just said before. You might want to look into something that you've not done before, or get back into something you did do before that you used to love and you've forgotten about it. So the main Dolly is, if I was camera then anyway. So yeah, the main message that I ever put out always is, do you keep your frequencies high, do the things that you love and enjoy, try to keep yourself up in, be aware of what you're putting out, saying and doing and acting on, because every day's got to be like a walking sort of prayer. You get back off, you get back on. You forget, you remember, and you get back in it. Attitude of gratitude every day, and all that sort of good stuff, as most of us know, and the more you do that, the more it comes in, the more you'll see things change in your realm, in your world, in your environment around you. If you're not seeing things, changing your environment, this is why I always say to people, maybe it's because you're not putting things out of coming from love. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people moaning. A lot of people moan that they don't see things changing in the environment, because that's because they've got to look inward. If they look inward and start doing the work, it will change on the outside. So, yeah, a bit of a roller coaster at the moment. Yeah, it is a roller coaster, but just try and go with the bumps, the bumps and lumps, and just keep smiling. And I will see you soon. Bye.